Shit.
Jerry, it's almost 4:20. You know what that means? It means it's almost 2 hours before our show. Tonight, we're talking about the Ditanium, right? So I already got my Ditanium out. I pulled it up on the shelf. So this vape, Jerry, is 280 bucks, right? So it's a desktop vape that vapes weed and dabs. So be prepared tonight, Jerry, to vape some weed and have some dabs on it. Go to your shelf, Jerry, and get your Ditanium and grab some other comparable vapes. Like, what else compares to the Ditanium? Give or take $100, let's say.
Oh shit! Is it Friday already?
Yeah, man, it's Friday. It's 4:40 now, and we're an hour and 20 away from the show, Jerry. So grab your Ditanium, your Ditanium, and get that shit ready.
Okay, I got the headphones on though. Let me get the vape ready. Black or got the bamboo? I think I'll get the bamboo.
I gotta trim my mustache before the show. Yeah.
Bro, you got time. Do it. Get on that thing, man. Although, does it even really matter if like none of this is real?
That's a really good point, man. That's a really good point. I mean, if this shit's not real, if this is all a simulation, we can just do whatever we fucking want, right? We can just focus on being happy. Focus on being happy.
Well, seeing that stash trimmed would definitely make me happy. So I kind of dig where this is going.
I can't wait to talk about living life as one of those blue creatures from the movie with you tonight, Jerry.
I'm sure you'll be the best groomed one there, brother. Can't wait.
Hey, what's up, Jerry? Happy Friday, my man.
Happy Friday, brother, man. Does that mean we can like get naked or anything we feel like? I mean, it's just really, we can do whatever the hell we want, right?
I mean, if we're all living in a simulation, nothing's gonna matter. I mean, except for the remainder of your simulation time, right?
Yeah, but what if I don't have another quarter on the other side? I don't know, man. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Because Mario doesn't know, man. He doesn't know what's up.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I found my Ditanium. Obviously, got it all put together. Having fun already.
You do. I got mine out. I'm gonna start with a dab though, because it's been a while. Actually, I'm actually gonna grind my herb first because it's been laying here on my desk, and I want to get this out of the way. But here's some herb for tonight's show. I'm gonna give it a quick grind with our sponsored grinder, the Brilliant Cut. I'm just gonna cram these nugs in here, ruthless style, Jerry. Like
Ruthless.
It's gonna be ruthless.
Is that your coarse cut?
This is the coarse. This is the coarse grind. Just
yeah,
like it makes pretty quick work of it, and has a nice. Woof. There we go.
Damn, that was a boatload, bro. That's your big one, right?
This is the large.
That's a boatload. That's great. Oh, you put all those in at once. I love it, man.
Yeah, well, you saw I got some nugs out from before the show, and I wanted to not spend a lot of time going back into the bags and re-grinding, so I figured just grind up a couple grams right from the start. I do want to start the show with my Rio dab, though. I think it's a tradition for me. I don't know. But, Rio Stash Products. Rio is one of our sponsors as well. And I want to kick it off. I want to thank Stash Products Rio for sponsoring the show, as well as Grinders for Life.
Not one to shy away from a dab. I'm happy to do a Rio with you, man. Let's get that going.
Hell yeah. I haven't dabbed in a few days. It's been I've been taking time off from dabbing, kind of letting my dab tolerance come back, you know. Been sticking to flower and edibles. I've been doing a lot of edibles, Jerry. I've been doing a lot of edibles.
Yeah, right on. That's good. I like to hear that.
The Ardent really made edibles easily accessible. Like I made a lot of edibles and I started taking a different approach, whereas I used to kind of like make edibles like, oh, it's like a once a week or twice a week thing. But for a while there, I started to think about how Chanel was talking, like if she just makes it part of her daily medicating, you know, it doesn't have to be so much edible that you're annihilated or Frankenstein. You know, you could have a baseline edible, and it just keeps you going nice, easy with the flow. And then when you stop and have a bowl, then you get like oh yeah, this is a great bowl. It makes the vape breaks that much better. Just having like a small edible. So I've been eating these brownies like constantly. I'm just constantly nibbling on my edibles, and I'm always riding the baseline edible high.
Have you found your dose baseline? Like what you like, not like to the milligram, you can tell me, but I mean, have you found in your routine edible wise what keeps you there all day long?
No, and it's mostly a result of my brownies being kind of inconsistent. Like I've noticed that some pieces are simply a lot stronger than others.
Okay. Why is that? Just the mixing?
Probably. Probably. Like I didn't
Yeah.
mix it all together all that well. I'm not a baker. I like the barbecue, but when it comes to the baked goods, oh man, there's a drop of water in my quartz banger.
Did you already load it?
Yep.
Yikes. You have to get that out.
Do I?
Every time I have water in a banger, it fucks up the dab.
All right.
That's me anyhow. I mean, you know, the next one will be fine, but that dab kind of.
I got a bunch of live rosin in there, sprinkled around the core.
All right.
I went back to my default OEM Rio banger for a while.
Oh, nice. Cheers, chat. We're gonna get this going, chat. Cheers.
I can hear the water bubble. It's delicious.
Whew, nice. Fuck yeah. It's been a while, man. I've been testing some other stuff, and fuck all if that's not a nice thing to come back to. Me like you that. Gracias, Rio. Fuck yeah. That'll put you in the zone. So right on, chat. Good to see you guys out here with us. What's up? We got fucking Boundless Eric out here, Estelle, Lux, Carolina Zodicus, Nate Bond, Liquid. What's up?
Nate Bun in the house.
Trigger Happy, Tristan.
Nate Bun, are you related to Nate Dogg? Regulators? Come on up.
I don't know, but you guys are busy in here, man. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of chatting. I love it. Good to see you guys, man. Happy Friday, happy weekend. I'm stoked for the weekend, man. I don't know why, but I woke up today and I was like, oh, it's Friday. Oh, gonna be the weekend. I have no plans. And maybe that's why I was kind of stoked. You know, I don't have anything going on like, oh, I have to get this done. Or last weekend was yard work. So, you know how I don't know what it's like in LA, bro, but here in Florida, you do yard work, like the last times in like October, November, depending on where and what year. And then it's done until like April, late March. And this year, because everything's been so crazy, it needed an early cut. So, but anyhow, it's still not a weekly thing. So I think it's going to be a while till its next one. But that's a little bonus. I don't know what that's like in LA. Do you have to like fucking do yard work year round every week or
every week? But I have a gardener that does that every week. I don't do that.
But is it year round or do you get like a season off?
It's year round, but like in our winter months, he doesn't mow. Like the grass doesn't grow long enough. He just comes and he blows the leaves all around and trims the trees and picks up all the little shrapnels and cleans up. And every Monday morning, 7 fucking a.m.
No shit. You can't like reschedule that. I guess since you don't pay him directly, you don't care.
I'm a renter, so I
You're
don't
the tenant, man.
want to fuck with it too much.
7 in the morning on. Oh man, is it always like on Saturday or Sunday too?
Mondays.
At least it's work day for most people.
I would like to coordinate all of the gardeners because everybody has a gardener, and everybody shows up at a different fucking time.
Oh, so your neighbor could do Tuesday morning at 7?
Yeah. I would like to go door to door. I mean, like, yo, let's fucking all hire the same dude, or let's all have our dudes come at like Tuesday at 11. That way, it's just like 20 minutes of extreme mowing and leaf blowing rather than every fucking day mowing and leaf blowing.
I love it.
Because those leaf blowers are it's a toxic sound, man.
Dude, loud gasoline engines, nothing muffling them. They don't put mufflers on them fucking things.
California banned the gas powered ones, or I'm not sure if it's California or it's LA County or Orange County or what the specifics are. Yeah, they banned them. So now they're all like air powered, and they're even worse. Now they sound like weird, like jet engines out there, like Dyson jet engine, like it's like a fucking like one of those super
hand dryers in the bathrooms. Those fucking dryers that deafen you. Hey, they're great for the environment. You won't hear a thing afterwards, but fuck all, man. Yeah, I know that sound. Fuck that.
I feel bad for those guys that have to like carry like it's like a backpack, you know. Like I feel like the world hates those people, and when they're like on the side of the road blowing leaves, they're probably like really at risk. Because like you drive along and you're in a construction zone and you see the guys with the orange vest, you're like, oh fuck, man, like I don't want to hit one. Like you slow down, you clear over, but those guys with the leaf blowers, you see those and you're like, fuck that dude. You know, like nobody's gonna slow down for him
because they hate the leaf blowers and the noise. My chance to get back.
Even if it's subconscious, man. Like, I'm not saying people are going to run them down, but I'm just saying they're not
going to clear a shoulder for them.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's hilarious, man. I love it. Your Troy's not anyhow. Troy's leaning in. Hey, man. You're yelling at him. Start after 9. Flying by. So you're doing, man. I love it. That's great.
I wish they had optimized it a little better. Like a lot of times, like the neighbor's gardener will have like 2 guys with leaf blowers, and it's like one guy will do the perimeter and blow all the shit to the center, and then the guy in the center will come and blow it all to like one side, but half of it will go back, and the other guy comes back, and it's like, dude, like you're probably getting paid by the hour, so you don't give a shit. But there's a more like efficient way, like maybe you both come at it from the same way and just push it all like that, instead of having 30 minutes of time, it can be like fucking 7
blower wars, man. They're out there battling, man. You can be there with a blast. They're fighting.
I'm an optimizer, Jerry.
They got bets on this shit, man. They're not just like working by the hour. They got bets on this shit.
What other cool things could you do with a leaf blower? Like, do they have enough power to like build up pressure and pop like things out of the hose? Like if you stuff a cantaloupe in that tube, would it shoot a cantaloupe?
That's a good idea.
I don't think it would.
Here's the one thing I did with it is I would take my welcome mat in front of the house door, you know, and I would flip it over so that the top dirty side was down, because you know it takes forever to fucking beat those things with a stick. They never get clean. And so I would step on the corner with one foot, and then I'd take that blower and come at it like this, and I'd go yeah, and within a few seconds, it would totally fucking. It was like you beat the shit out of it for hours. It was great, man. That fucking worked. Outside of that, I don't have any other blower tips or anything like that, man. I'm the guy who's in the driveway blowing and making a huge fucking dirt ball and got his back to the streets on to look the people in the face who are driving by him a dirt ball. Yeah, that's what this stand. Yeah, there you go, Daniel. Way to go. Going after the cantaloupe. Yeah, I think you can do some stuff with that, man. So there's got to be a cool show with that shit.
Yeah. I remember
some redneck show somewhere on leaf blowers and stuff. I'm sure I've seen something like that. I'm sure I have. Wasn't there a show that was all about doing really big, crazy shit, like huge slingshots with giant fucking, and that was some kind of thing like that.
Yeah. There was a few shows like that. I was gonna say when I was a kid in like early 90s, late 80s or whatever it was, my dad bought one of those shop vacs.
Mm-hmm.
This is before leaf blowers were like a thing.
Right.
But his shop vac had a blower, and it had a blow tube on it for like leaf blower. Like it was a leaf blower shop vac. And I remember I went outside one time after mowing the lawn, and there was all the leaves, and I tried to use the leaf blower to blow things around rather than raking. And my dad was just like, "What in the fuck are you doing? Just rake!" You know. maybe the whole like sound of leaf blowers, or being allergic to the sound of leaf blowers, is hereditary. Like maybe I'm just allergic to it, like my dad probably was.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, though. When I was a kid living at home, I had to rake, and my dad got a leaf blower. It must have been 86 or 87 because it was when I went to college, and I remember I came back after I'd gone off to college, and he had a blower and all kinds of shit to make doing the yard easy. I'm like, where was that shit when I was here? It's like he had to do it while I was gone, so now we had all this cool equipment. He was an early adopter on the blower thing, man. I was a rake boy, man. Always a rake boy.
You were a rake boy.
Fucking rakes, goddamn. But we did have a bag. We had a bag on the mower. That was cool.
So Jerry, I modified my Ditanium before today, so I apologize.
Of course you did.
I wanted to modify it more, but I wasn't able to get it taken apart any further. Right now, it's filled with balls.
Oh, sweet! I want to see that.
Well, it honestly
doesn't show well.
Well, it doesn't function a whole lot better than it did before.
Okay.
Honestly, but I'm told that if we take out the quartz dish. Let me go full screen here. So where's my? So on the top of the Ditanium here, let's do a quick tour of the Ditanium. The Ditanium has a titanium head and a quartz dish on top, so it's for dry herb and for dabs, even at the same time. The little nipple here, 18 millimeter male is what that is. And the whip, the handpiece here has a 18 millimeter female. And I've also modified, where's my camera? Also modified my handpiece a little bit. So normally the screen is right here where this little ridge thing is, right? So like that, there's a screen in there right now. Mine has two screens in it. So I put a shorter basket screen up here. And so there's a screen here and a screen up here. And the screen up on top actually goes pretty close to the actual nipple. So that screen is basically where the nipple goes in. So the nipple almost touches the basket screen that I have in mine. And then the inside of the head of mine is filled with little balls, little borosilicate balls. I don't know if you can see any of the balls in there or not, but
can't see the balls, but I believe. Oh yeah, okay. I sort of saw a little bit of cloudiness because.
And then there's a screen. I stuffed the screen inside here to make sure that the balls don't fall out this hole, because you don't want hot balls falling out of these vapes, Jerry.
Yeah,
I've had it happen, and it is not fun. Hot
yeah,
balls,
you're playing with hot stuff, man.
Hot balls falling out is not safe. Not safe. So what I wanted to do was actually take out that quartz dish, because if you take the head of your Ditanium apart, you can actually take out that quartz dish and replace it if you want to. What I wanted to do is take it out and actually fill that space with balls and hope that it performs better. I've been told by someone that it actually does. Like if you take out the quartz dish and pack it full of balls, it performs similar to the G43, is what I've been told. but I have not been able to replicate it. I tried earlier and I couldn't get mine apart. It felt like it was going to break. Like I couldn't get the fucking thing to thread apart anymore. So I don't know if I can take it apart again or not.
How's it doing now?
I actually haven't vaped it. This mod was from months ago when I modified the balls, and it didn't perform anything close to the SSV43 of the Trip Torch.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was just like, I meant to come back and take it apart and get my balls back, but I actually never did. So the balls are still in there.
Right on. Well, this is my bamboo unit, which I love, man. I love the bamboo a lot. I think it looks dope. And mine's got green mood light underneath there, man. That shit goes up and down with the temp. So you can tell a little bit how it's doing with that. Of course, you know the knob there. Knobs on these things are got one marker on them. And they go from like around, they turn off at 6 o'clock. And then I think you can pull this off and put it on any setting you want. But and then it goes around to about 3:30 or 4 out of the box, I think. But I usually keep mine at around 12 to 1, and then I'll finish off around a little 1:30, and this thing gets accordingly bright. But I like these because they have a good signature, man. Like I don't know what it is, but it's got a punch to it that makes it. I mean, it doesn't matter when I use it. It feels like, wow, man, that's a solid hit. Like last year when I used when my herborizer broke. Remember, I was running around. In fact, I think we mentioned it during the show that time. Is I went and tried like 3 different vapes, 4 different big vapes, and they just didn't. Nah. I pulled this one out, and man, I've forgotten about it. And I pulled that one out, and the hit was whooping me, and that's what I used until I got my herborizer back. Strictly because it's just got a mean signature. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't understand those things sometimes. Like, it doesn't make any sense. All I know is this vape hits me hard. That's all I know. It's got that going for it. I usually don't use it with the dab because I like the hit with just the flower, but we're gonna do a little dab over flower tonight for sure. And I like to keep it between 12 and 2 on the double up dabs and flower. I call them stackers or double stackers or whatever you used to call them. But probably about 1 o'clock is where I'll try it tonight and double up on that. There's just one little sweet spot that's real good. Outside of that, it's kind of iffy on the mix. The adjustments for the dab, in my opinion, the good dabs are between like 11 and 1, and then the best flowers from 12 to 3. And so for me, the overlap is kind of like from 12 to 1 when I want to nail them both.
That's exactly how I struggle with this device. Is by the time I turn it up hot enough to make it function for flower, it's no longer functional for concentrates for me. Like if I want to do both at the same time, my flower is gonna suck. It's basically not gonna vaporize the flower. To run dabs in my Ditanium, I have to run at 12 o'clock or less, and then at 12 o'clock, my inhale speed for dabs is too fast to vaporize flower at that temperature. In order to vaporize flower at a dab inhalation speed, I have to turn my Ditanium up past 2 o'clock, which is way too fucking hot for this little quartz dish. It's like your dab's gone. Like may not even get an inhale. Like it may just vaporize so fucking fast that it's like you didn't even get it. So for me, yeah, while it can do both, it really can't do both at the same time. In my opinion, I'd rather crank it up and put dabs in my weed with this device. Furthermore, and I don't want to fucking hate on it because I do think this vape is a good value, but as an Enail, I find that it's really difficult to do the basic cleaning. Like when you have a dab and you're done with your dab and you want to Q-tip it out, this thing shreds Q-tips the little groove down in there where the dab really goes is let's see if I can show my shit here.
Whoa.
It's not big enough for a Q-tip.
No, it's not.
So like if you put a Q-tip in there, like it won't go.
Right.
And it's not going down in there. And now it burned. Now I put a black mark on my quartz because it's hot enough for dry herb right now, and it's so fucking hot that it instantly burned the Q-tip on the cotton. So
you'd probably turn that all the way up and burn it off. That's designed to clean that way anyhow. So that's probably what you could do.
It is, and you can crank it up and it'll get hot enough to burn pretty much everything off the quartz. But it's I don't want to do that in between dabs, and I find that even with low temp dabs, this device is more of a vaporizing concentrates type of niche, and not a dabbing device. And I know it's a really weird line to draw, but I find that I don't want to dab from it, and I kind of find it ridiculous that it doesn't come with this in the box. Like this isn't
has to come with that. That doesn't come with a dab tool, stir tool. Doesn't come with that. There's some basic like what you see here is what you get: a whip and a thing. So, though I agree with you, it needs to have something else because the carb cap, in my opinion's got to have it. Like you can just add $20-$30 to the price for the stuff that I think you have to have.
Yeah, like the fact that this was an accessory kind of makes me mad.
Well, it was. I think the dabbing was kind of an accessory. It was more made for flower.
But it has a quartz dish right on top.
Yeah. Well, but it's not even got the right size Q-tip, like you said. You know what I mean? So obviously, it wasn't.
I feel like the dabbing of this design is more of like the heat up your titanium nail until it's red hot and then drop your dab real fucking quick and just and it's gone and ta-da, that was a dab. I feel like this dab device is from 2009 when dabs were done like that. And I feel like dabbing has evolved, concentrates have evolved, cannabis connoisseur people have really evolved and developed their preferences, and I feel like this type of dab is serving a preference that is left behind by many. There's still people that prefer it, but I feel like a lot of people don't like their dabs like this anymore.
No, this thing's been around not long enough to have that kind of thinking in the design, in my opinion. It's kind of funny because I'm not surprised to hear you have that personal opinion of it. You know what I mean? Because with the flower, you're in a zone where you're reaching something that few vapes can really do, and so I see you looking for that extreme punch in the flower. That it's not going to do like a torch or a ball vape thing. For me, I don't want that level of density to my vapor, for lack of a better. I'm working on what to call it, but there's a point when we vaporize where if you've got a glass vaporizer like the herborizer, you can watch shit come out the bottom. There's a point where it gets saturated. It's there. The heat comes in and you can tell it rises a notch. The shit coming out from below is like another level of thickness. And what I've found is that's when it starts to get harsh, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I've started to take shorter draws and lighter draws. And I really am finding a zone that I enjoy more. That's not what I was doing before, which is just crushing that thing. So I would say you're probably, in my opinion, you're probably at the end of the vapor scale that I'm Probably the only people I think wouldn't like it for vapor, because most people hit it for vapor. I mean, for dry herb and fucking this shit whoops, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised, but for me, it was made for flower, does flower great, has a dish tacked on top. The dish, the Q-tip gaff, I'll call it, alone tells me that probably wasn't designed by someone who dabs a lot or for dabbing, or you'd at least know, hey, everybody in the world uses Q-tips for these. And then you wouldn't have to go to the extreme of turning it all the way up to clean it. Instead, it's more like, hey, if I put this thing on top, that fits. We can add some dabs. Hey, it's in a little band. Okay, the Q-tip doesn't work. We can clean it this way. So everything kind of works anyhow, but it's sort of like that was a secondary feature. I wouldn't expect anybody who dabs off a nail to want this to be what they dab off of instead. I look at the dish on top as kind of like, having a little ice cream with your cake kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Where for me, this thing whoops it on flowers. And then when my tolerance gets there, I can throw a little dab on it too. I agree totally on the temp spectrum. The fact that dabs only really work well in that 2-hour range is another reason why I think obviously it wasn't made for dabs, like you said. So, I think it's more icing on the cake, and it works for me. But I agree, it needs to have a carb cap, needs to have a loading tool, because you'll see when I put my dab on here, I'm not going to drop it in. It's a narrow trench, man. I gotta get something to poke it in there with. So some will add that too. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
That's what
so minus the dabs. I mean, let's go over the dabs. I'm not going to dab on it tonight because I've already learned my lessons on the dabs for this thing. For me, it's not a dabbing device. But it's how much is it? It's $280.
It's a pretty penny. There's some money. It's Silver Surfer type money.
Right. It's fucking Silver Surfer type money.
Yep.
How much is a Silver Surfer? I thought I
right about there, ain't it? I mean,
I always forget the fucking Silver Surfer.
The Buddha's like 180. I'm pretty sure the Silver Surfer is around $100 more, like 280. It's right in the same bucket.
Okay.
That's really the nearest competition. Their dab solution, in my opinion, at least anyone that I've tried, is worse. I didn't think it dabbed well by itself, and then it wouldn't work on flower at the same time. It was either or. So,
their both essential oil kit.
Yeah, and they've done another one since that. And by design, I haven't tried, but looks the same idea. It's an either or if you do both, the spectrum is completely separate. Like I didn't get any overlap. At least I had some overlap on this one. I'm done with that. But I like the looks of it. I like I think the looks are great. I think of all the whip vapes that I have, yeah, this is the best looking whip vape I've got for sure. I mean, you can get heady with a Silver Surfer if that's your style, and that's totally different. And those are fucking bomb. I've got one right there, the Super Silver that I like. That's all doped up. But I like the looks. I like that the heater's fucking recessed, so I don't burn myself very easily. I have to kind of try. And again, I like the flower hits. The flower hits work for me. But I remember the first time we hit this particular one. This is the one that I had in the hotel room that night when you and Randy were there. And when we hit that one, I had the fucker on way too high for dabs. There wasn't anything telling me what to do. And I just hit it without even ever testing it. And that first dab was like, whoa, what the fuck did I do? I mean, it was like, I think I had it on like 2 or 3 o'clock, and it just was way sizzled. And I was like, man, we got to turn that fucker way back down. Once I found the spot for it, there we go. But yeah, you can't do it on that higher flower range, because that's actually where you probably lived on the flowers. You probably had it all the way up to 3 or 4. I'll go up to 3 to finish a bowl on this thing easily.
I just turned it to 3 trying to find some vapor right now. I'm really underwhelmed right now.
Yours is fucked up though with the balls and the mods.
Probably.
Do you have another one?
No.
Shit, I got a black one here I can hand you.
Show me what you can do with yours.
We got to work out with that hand thing.
Show me what you can do. Show me some fucking vapor.
Oh, did you not see what I was blowing?
Not really. I mean, you said that they're not gonna. I know it's not gonna be a Terp Torch or an SSV43, but right now I can't even get a riser EQ performance out of it.
Well, mine's doing fine, man. Yeah, let me pack a fresh bowl in a minute. I got about one more hit on this bowl for you. Come on. I'm on about 1.5. Yeah, about 1.5, 130. But this don't look at this one because I'm just finishing the bowl here. But
Wait, so you're finishing the bowl right now?
yeah, that was my cleanup hit. Because I've already put like 4 or 5 hits on that while we were talking. I was just finishing that one up. Yeah, this one. You know this one hits. You hit it at Champs. It's the same one.
I hit it at Champs, but I mean, the Ditanium has always been a bit of a typical ceramic rod vape. Like if you want to get vapory, you have to like slow inhale and kind of fluff it and milk it, and this is not my thing. Like I like to inhale faster, and before I get any fucking comments, because this is what the ceramic rod proponents often say, you can crank it up. Like the Silver Surfer, you can crank it all the way up if you want to inhale faster, but it's not the same convection as balls. Like the ball has a we gotta stop. Yeah, we gotta not do that or mute yourself when you're.
Oh, sorry, man. My routine's noisy. My bad.
But yeah, it's just not. It's not the same vapor. Like the pulling from a single hot rod, which by the way is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. Pulling convection from a single hot rod is very, very different than pulling convection from a hot rod surrounded by hot ass balls. Like the air comes out very thoroughly different.
See my goodies?
Nice, very nice. And your wand is so clean.
Yeah.
I am wearing pants, by the way. Somebody's asking in the chat if I'm wearing pants. It's just funny.
That was that terp hit that I like. I like that, man.
So what's your Ditanium set to, and how was the inhale on that?
That was medium to medium fast. I typically it's on about 130-ish.
Okay, mine's set to 3 o'clock right now. Oh, you see the light in the bottom? I forgot to show that up.
Oh yeah, yours is going at it. You got that set to high, man. I love it. Yeah, that thing gets brighter as you set it. So you got yours jacked up. Yeah, I don't think yours is working right because for whatever reason, whether it ever was or whether it's your balls, but because mine's fine on shit. The one I took before the show, I started on like 12:30 and got a real nice hit off of it. And then I turned it up because it's getting later in the day. But no, this feels great. Let me. This is usually the bigger hit that you're looking for. Oh, I love it. That's hitting, man.
It looks better. I think it's entirely possible that because I put balls into the stem to the where the nipple is, and those balls could very well be detracting from the purpose of the other balls. So could very well be that my mod is messing it up. So I'm just gonna go full blast.
Yeah, go for it, man. Because I mean, once I mod or take apart a vape, man, all bets are off. You know, I mean, I suck at putting things together. I broke most vapes that I had to fuck with balls, except the Terp Torch because that was already pre-configured. But anytime I've on my own tried to figure out balls in a vape, I ended up breaking heater covers. So the ones that were built that way, like the fucking Symphony, yeah, the 43 G43, fuck yeah, man. Your thing when you put it together, fuck yeah.
Hold up.
Torch, fuck yeah. Anything I make,
There's a Dynathong. And Coffee has it. Coffee wears a Dynathong.
I want one.
Yeah, I didn't get the Dynathong. We got a bunch of cool Schwagenware there, but I didn't get a Dynathong. Does it have a Dynavap case built into it?
The Dynathong?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm telling you, man, this signature bakes my ass. I like it. It's got that strong convection signature that I like. Mine reminds me of a Zion, the way it has that signature, that convection thing.
That's a lovely way to put it. I love the vapor signature from the Zion and the Splinter Z. It's a good one. Even the Milana. I like that it's terpy. It doesn't rip your bowl apart on the first hit unless you milk it. And I know I could do that with this. To me, and I see the value in it as a $280 vape for somebody who wants to just have one device that can do both. They may not rely on concentrates. They may not vape herb all fucking day, but they just want one device. Cool device for $280. But for me, it's really doing the jack of all trades, and it falls into the master of none category. And for $280, I think I would rather buy a Rio and a Fury Edge. You know, like I think I'd rather have two devices for concentrates and dry herb rather than one of these.
I would, but I wouldn't want an Edge instead of this. I have a completely different experience with the flower. My flower experience with this is stellar, and it beats the fuck out of me every time I hit it. And as long as I pack it down, it doesn't slope down. I hated that horizontal, it would slope. But if I pack it first, because I used to not tamp my bowls. I used to just fill them up and put them in and they'd slope. And now that I'm tamping, it works better. But I think as a flower vape, I think it rocks. And I don't think it makes sense to compare it to a ball vape because it's not in that class. I mean, it has no balls.
Right. I'm not, but I mean, comparing it to like the Arizer EQ though, for $100 less, I don't see a huge knock my ass off difference that you see. Like you said something about the Herborizer, and maybe it compares a little bit, but to me, it's still just like a not all the way fully developed convection vaporizer.
Huh. No, I think it looks a hell of a lot better than an EQ.
It looks
is it
totally.
worth $100 more? I mean, I would rather hit this, but when we had our EQ play day, man, I remember several times looking at that going, I'm not going to disrespect or hate on that. That was a righteous hit off that vape. I mean, that vape was whooping me. And then you put the D-Dave mod on it, and a little bit was whooping me. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to argue with anybody who says that they're in the same class, because that fucking vape does it. Yeah. I will say, for me, though, this thing just, I don't understand it. And I say this every time I talk to somebody about it. For some reason, this thing whoops my ass every time I pick it up. And clearly it doesn't for you. And I've heard for some that it does. I don't hear everybody say that, but like I said, I think it's a signature thing. But so would I get this instead of an EQ? Probably not, just because you can do so much more with the EQ. I don't. This whip is a little too short and stiff, so the EQ whip is a little more playable for me, I guess. And you got the bag option, and you could go glass and fucking remotes and all weird shit. So that's a killer deal there. Shit. I mean, the Plenty is these days a little less than that. right? Isn't the plenty in the low twos?
Plenty is 200, I think now.
It keeps getting lower and lower,
220,
man. Yeah.
200 after coupon or whatever.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask, do you preheat your wand? Do you like?
not on purpose. Sometimes I look
Okay.
after I've hit it and realize I'm a little high and I left it on there, but normally I just go at it. Yeah, like I don't make much thought into that. Is this a glass screen in here too? I think I have a glass and a metal screen in here. The other things they have for options that you can get with this shit I have here is they got a whip and a titanium bowl.
Hold up. You see that?
Oh, you just did something big off that, didn't you? That looked pretty big.
Yeah. Figured out something.
Would you put it on 4, you said?
No, it's full blast.
Yeah. Maybe your balls kicked in, man.
That was definitely a ball hit.
Well, good, man. Maybe they need a little more time, or I don't know. I don't know the science of the balls yet, man. I'm not the science of the balls.
Hold up.
Troy was having blue balls. That's what was going on. He was getting blue balls with his titanium, and then all of a sudden, he found himself. This is one of those zoom in on the thought moments. Like, you know, you can see his head is like deep into it. He's like deep into it, man. Like there's a physical experience to report here coming soon. Like something was going on probably with his legs. And if we're lucky, carpet might be involved if we're lucky. And then beyond that, it's anybody's guess, really.
Nice try, Jerry. No, I took a couple cigar puffs and then I hit it really, really hard. And at a certain degree of hard pull, I actually noticed a little difference in the feel of the air. And I think maybe that's just how it works with the balls. Like you have to inhale really hard. Whereas like the SSV 43 and the Thorp Torch with balls, maybe you don't have to, I mean, you still have to inhale hard to make it work the way they're with the balls. But like if you inhale softly, you still kind of get the ball vapor. Maybe with this one you don't. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
I feel like I talk some shit and this they put its hand in my ass and
That's funny, man. Maybe it said, "Oh yeah."
let's try it again.
I found my balls. It's fucking great. Is that one doing it too? Looks like you're getting something, unless that just cloud is from your bubbler from past hits. I didn't get a baseline look at it. Yeah, it's looking like a cleanup hit to me. Is that bowl done now? Still got to dial it in, don't you? I don't have any dialing in on the standard model, man. It just huffs for me, man. I don't even put a whole lot in my opinion.
Yeah, but we huff differently.
Mm-hmm.
know? A lot of vapes that you reach for are the vapes that I don't.
Yeah, I like to keep my hits at a comfortable pull based on just how it feels to me. And that ends up being different with every vape. Like every vape likes to be hit differently. Most whip vapes, especially if they're like this ceramic rod vape, and I learned this on the Silver Surfer ages ago. I found it on the Extreme before that. It works on this. You don't put balls in one of these vapes, then you're going to slide into a comfort zone level with it, where if you go too fast, you'll overwhelm it. You go too slow, you can increase the heat. I get less of that. I I get less of that variance with this one than I did with my Extreme, and I think with my Surfer. I think it's a little more stable, but it still has its tolerances. But I don't even know where I was going with that, man. I got lost on my own little tolerance thought there. I was talking about fucking whip vapes. How you like that?
No, man, you described it perfectly. I mean, the vape isn't for me, but I'm sure it's right for some people. Not every vape is right for everybody.
Yeah,
that's why we make content like this.
You'd probably like this Verdamper over here because it wants to be huffed. Like, you don't approach that slow. You come at that, and it asks you. It wants to know what you got. So I'm having fun with that. That's your kind of vape. Except the bowl is so goddamn big. You got to get a few hits before it starts really pumping. But once it starts pumping, it won't
stop. Does that company even exist anymore? Do they still exist?
They're over there in Europe somewhere, man. The old guy's still rolling. The Vapo Shop, is that the name of the company over there that does most of Europe? Did I get it right? Vapo Shop?
Yeah.
They
ouch.
They brought it back a few years ago. And I believe they brought it back and got him back in the scene and as far as producing it. So you can get it from a couple places over there. But it's obscene, man. It's obscene. Let me just show you real quick. I'll see if I can. This is funny, man. Like, this is the only vape that you don't take a picture of. You take a fucking selfie with it.
Jesus Christ.
Get that titanium out of the way. Look at this thing, man.
And people bitch about the terp torch being awkward.
And the heater starts here. Like, you can't even see the heater in the screen. The heater's like, look at the handle on the heater. It's bitching. So anyhow, that's a different world.
It's a moonshine distillery.
Yeah. It's a moonshine distillery, man. It's a different world. It's a different time.
They're escaping the vape mail ban by calling it a moonshine distiller.
That's awesome, Lizard. I love it, man. That's great. That thing's hot and ready. I should hit that later too, man. When we're done talking about this, I wanted to show off these parts here, man. Tell you what I think of them. This is the titanium wand. It unscrews so that you can remove the screen, and then screws back in. So just so you can fuck with the screen and take it out. And I think it's a titanium screen, but don't quote me on that. But anyhow, it just hooks up like this. You connect it like that, and then the other end goes to the same mouthpiece, which attaches to 14 millimeter glass here. Just kind of goes right into my my cage, my Simril cage. But then they've got this other solution that I'm not too fond of, where they, if you take this wand and you put it on here and you just leave it there, it's going to heat transfer pretty quickly and get real hot. Mm-hmm. So they figured, hey, let's put this over it. And the idea is you're supposed to feed this through, connect it, pull it back through enough, and then you've got a glass handle on it that'll hold it. But then it's not quite held on real well. If you move it wrong, it comes apart. And if you leave it on here, this still gets hot. I found, fuck it, I just don't leave the thing on there most of the time. So when I use this, I just take a quick hit and pull it right off for sure. But this was good for microdosing for me. I could put a smaller load in there because it's a smaller bowl and it's closer to the heater. That was my opinion of this. I never use it. I prefer old school Silver Surfer type wand. And so I feel right at home with this based on my years of silver surfing. So aside from that, the carb cap will increase the temp probably 15, 20, 25 degrees. I don't know. So that you can do it as a little boost on the flower. Troy, you'd probably prefer to have it on there with your flower. As it would boost it up a little bit. Also for the dabs, it's required in my opinion. If you don't have this for the dabs, don't even bother. And then this little thing up at the top has a reservoir where you can put some essential oils in there and smell the room nice. That's cool. Turn the fucker all the way down. Once again, Troy, like when we did the dabs the first time, I had it turned up in normal zone, like probably 1. Put the oils on there, and I was like, motherfucker.
I remember
all
that.
the way down for the oils. So
my precious live resin from California went up and
oh man. And then it left a residue and I had to let it burn off and all that shit. So but so yeah, so I dig it for flower. I think it, like I said, it performed well for me when I needed it. And if I'm just sitting around vaping flower, I give this one a long, hard look. The price is a little up there, but you know, is it made all here in America and shit like that? Is it one of those kind of things? I mean, the guy's here in America and like Arizona or somewhere down there in the Southwest, right? So
yeah, something like that. We met him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He talked about how he paints like all the black ones. Like he does all the fucking work and the light bulb and all the shit. Like it was a cool product, cool business. I do agree that the carb cap should come with it. Like that to me is a paper mistake somewhere. Like getting the product under a certain price point, you know, had to be a goal, and they sacrificed the carb cap.
Yeah.
Just include a fucking cheaper one if that thing is too expensive.
I could see that.
Carb cap.
Is this titanium?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
The cap? Okay. So
everything else, it gets hot. Like if you leave it on there,
it does get hot. Yeah, you don't want to touch that when you're doing that oil shit. Turn it off where you come back to it and grab it.
And he marketed it to me as you can put essential oils on top of it. Like if you want to put your peppermint oil in there, you can put it here, and now your house will smell like peppermint while you're vaping weed. But if you do that fucking thing, yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it's got to be turned down for that.
But it's got to be turned up if you want to heat up your oil. So
no, it's got to be turned down to do the oil, or it'll do it too much. Like I had to turn mine all the way down below the flower zone to get the essential oils to do their really low boil and smell the room.
Okay.
Otherwise, they went off too fast and it was a waste of essential oil. You see what I'm saying? Those like even a lower temperature. Those don't need much at all.
Maybe we should just be having our dabs in this thing. Just put it here.
Dude, you might have something, man.
Like hot knife in it. Just put the dabs there and just have the hot knife bottle. Or have the whip ready. Like
you can put the whip. Oh, wait a minute. Is there? Oh no, is there a hole in this? Does the carb go all the way through? Is that a hole, see-through hole? Yeah. I was saying maybe you could put that in and have an intake, but then you're gonna get the other. That's funny, man. That's funny. Well, that's funny, man. Yeah, I'm sorry you don't like it. I dig it. No, although I dig it when we don't really agree on shit, because we always have it for legit reasons. And I always say it kind of is the best review for people to see that, you know, you don't have to go out there and argue with people. Nobody has to like your vape. You know, if you like your vape, fucking like your vape. You know what I mean? And not everybody's going to agree. And even with people, you know, Troy and I, we got all the vapes in the world and all the experience, but we still have our own perspectives. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I love that.
I struggle to find the person that would love this. However, I know 3 or 4 people that use theirs daily. So I know they exist. Just because it's not right for me doesn't mean it's not right for anybody. So I do want to present my negative opinions here as very personal, just because this vape isn't the right vape for me. When I'm updating my review, it's going to be very much pros and cons. Like, here's the objective shit. Here's my opinion. Here's where it stands in the market.
Get yourself a standard version that works first. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, that one you got there is no longer an indication of what this thing does or should do.
I'll demod it and fuck with it before I republish my review. But it's still a ceramic rod vape. So it's like the SSV.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be in my recommendations.
Do you not recommend the SSV?
It's not that I don't recommend it. It's not that I don't recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the SSV is a great. I'd probably recommend the SSV over this.
Mm-hmm.
But the SSV is. I feel that in order for the market and for the vape usage to grow and expand and to do its thing, it needs to evolve. And I feel like the experience and the performance of these ceramic rod vaporizers needs to evolve. And I feel like the market is evolving past it, and this style is going to get left behind. I think we've already seen it in SSV interest. I mean, I'm sure Seventh Floor sells plenty of them, and I apologize. I'm not trying to talk shit or anything here. I'm just being honest with what I see as a market research person who can go to Google and look up free information and see how many people do Google searches for Seventh Floor Silver Surfer. You know, you can see that it was popular and it was not so popular, and then now it's kind of whatever. You know, I'm just saying the market evolves, and the experience of these vaporizers seems to be in one of those little slivers of the market that nobody gives a shit about anymore.
You mean like desktops?
Not really. Well, desktops correlates. Desktops correlates with that.
What's the sliver, though? I want to hear what that sliver is.
I feel like the sliver is the performance per time sliver.
Per time.
Like per time invested in like commitment to vaping. Like the ease of getting high without commitment. And I feel like that's where a lot of these vapes don't have the appeal to the gen pub, to the general public. A lot of vapes where you have to not only learn the ritual, but you have to learn how to hit it, and then learn what the right temperatures are. There's too many hoops for me to say to a new vaporizer user, go pick up this vape and start vaping weed. There's too many easier vapes where I feel like I could hand them a different vaporizer and they get it on their first try and they get high right away. They get happy right away. They're not dissatisfied. I feel like this vaporizer to a new user would leave more new users dissatisfied and unhappy with vaporizers. So this vaporizer to me is not a good entry-level vape. It's not a good beginner vape. It's not a good representation of a vaporizer to a completely new user. Like, I feel like new people would put their weed in here, be disappointed with it, end up smoking anyway until they get it right. Like, it takes commitment. It takes the right hit still. It's just one of those vapes. You can totally do it. And I try to format my reviews in a way where I can even show, like, here's how to use this vape to get the best shit. But now, as an enthusiast and somebody who vapes weed daily and has a community of people who vape weed with me daily, I feel like for newcomers, no. For people who know how to vape, they know what they want. They know what their devices currently are. They already know how to specialty vapes. They're willing to build a relationship with their vapes. They like that vast. They like that different vapes serve different flavors and purposes. You know, yeah, it's a great device. But that's where my waffle is.
Yeah, I just disagree. I think it's easier to use in the extreme. All I gotta do is tell somebody turn it at 12:30, give it 10 minutes, pack your bowl to here, don't pack it too tightly, and find your draw speed. And that's usually kind of like a slow to medium, little more than sipping tea. You'll know when you hit it, kind of a thing. But there have been other vapes where I felt one way about it and the public didn't. I went and looked on the Planet of the Vape site. We only have 5 reviews that are from the public. I love it when there's like hundreds of them, but I can go, well, this is what the market says. It's just 5 people. We got like 4.5, I think, one 4 and 4 5s, and the 3 that said something they like it. So I think it's good for the mass market. I think it's easier for people to use than the Extreme, and I think it'll deliver really strong hits for most people. I think that the people who are chasing for dampers and ball vapes are gonna find fault in it for what they need, but I think it's plenty strong enough and plenty attractive enough for those that are drawn to it.
I do think it's easier to get a better experience from the Ditanium than the EQ. I will say that, like the EQ, you almost like need the D-Dave, or you need to learn the elbow pack, or you're gonna get just wispy shit until you figure it out, and that takes a while, man. Like, and like you and I often take a sesh for granted, or take weed for granted, but like to a lot of people, like, fuck, if I buy a vape, it means I can't buy weed for 3 months because that's my weed budget. So one bowl for them is a lot. A lot. So like when that's why I'm trying to be like so sensitive to it, because I've had some people lash out at me. Well, like when
about the Ditanium or whip
no, not about that Ditanium. Just about like my approach. They're like, yo, like when I tell people, like, experiment, like vape a bunch of bowls at this, and they're like, dude, like I can only afford, an 1/8 a month or whatever, and I can only vape a bowl once per day because I get so fucking high that whatever. So like so many people are have a different tolerance and different perspective and a different time ability when it comes to that commitment. Yeah,
I agree with you, man. Again, in my opinion, I agree with you. I think your opinion is valid. I think you're speaking more to an outlier. I think most people would find this satisfying. That's what I think. Whereas you think it sounds like you think most might be disappointed, or enough so that you want to warn them. I guess I don't know.
No, I'm not saying that most would be disappointed, but I feel like we don't know what that most is. And from my approach of handing vaporizers to smokers and trying to break the out of just the vaporizer enthusiast realm, and just trying to approach just cannabis users of what expectations are for the hit and all that. So, and I'm not trying to draw a line or normalize anything, and I don't think that the learning curves are bad, because lots of vapes have learning curves. Lots of fucking awesome vapes have learning curves. I do think that those vapes are valid in the market. I think it's all good shit. I'm not saying that it's all bad because you have to learn it. Like the Sticky Brick and the Dynavap are 2 of the bomb ass vapes on my must buy list. If you don't have a Dynavap, you don't have a Sticky Brick, probably not really exploring your vaporizer, or you're probably scared of butane.
Yeah.
But those 2 vapes are complete learning curves, but they're also like mad character building. Like you build a ritual, you become one with the vape. You learn all these little subtle nuances, and you develop your technique, and you heat it a certain way. And then when you see other people do it a different way, you're like, oh my gosh, look how differently you're holding it compared to how
Yeah.
it's a total relationship thing versus just learning how to, slowly inhale to get the right convection and whatever. So I don't value the relationship of learning a ceramic rod vape versus learning like a Dynavap or a sticky brick or a Vap Man.
Yeah, it might not have that appeal, but once you've learned one whip vape, I think you've learned them all. I mean, I apply the same principles to every one of them. Once I figured out how to do the extreme, because that was my first one, Silver Surfer was a piece of cake. I forget what my next whip was after that. I'm going to use many whip vapes after that. I don't use whips that much anymore. Usually just hitting straight out of glass.
You only use Enail vapes?
Nay. That's it for me. That's funny, man.
I'm turning that shit off, by the way.
Yeah. Shit, I thought I had something to say, but this thing's making me not care whatever I had to say.
I was going to stick to the Ditanium, but since mine is not performing properly.
Your modified Ditanium.
I also got out the Cloud Evo Vape Exhale, and I should have got it out earlier, but now I'm past the point of talking about it. But I think this is a good option too, for $100 more.
Is it 100? I looked it up and it was 150 or 200 more.
So they have I think it's a Calyx edition.
Oh, do they have a Calyx edition? I looked at the starter kit.
So they have I think it was the Calyx edition. It was $370, and it comes with 2 of the borosilicate dab tubes and 2 of the baskets and 1 glass bubbler mouthpiece. So this is not the glass bubbler mouthpiece. This is a sticky tube. This is my prize sticky tube right here that's stuck on there right now.
There's a Helio starter kit that's only $350, but that's going to be harsh. That's going to be real harsh.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have a bubbler.
It's just got that little nipple on it and going straight to your fucking mouth. No, thank you.
You don't want that.
The Calyx is okay. I did not see the Calyx one for $380. For me, that's the winner all day fucking long is the Evo. I love the Evo. I like it for dabs and flower.
Let's not get carried away.
No, you and I, this is what's great is you and I come at dabs from completely different angles, man. And that one suits me to a T. I like that one. I like that a lot. I'm surprised I don't use it more. It's probably just because there's a whole bunch of glass and I got enough of that shit going on. And I don't dab a ton.
I don't like the dab experience from it. Mostly because it seems kind of tedious and also accident prone. Like if you inhale too hard or at the wrong time, it sucks the dab out, and then your dab goes inside your bamboo, and then you get stinky vapor for a while, and you need to clean it. And but for the dry herb, the Evo fucking slams. Like, and there's no curve, there's no learnability.
We need to do a show on that vape.
There's you pack your weed in the basket, you put your lid on, you put your basket in the hole. It's almost scientific. It feels like it's a crucible thing. I like that about that. I kind of adore that about that. You put your whip on here and connect it to your bong, or you put your mouthpiece on there. It takes 5 to 8 minutes to heat up, and it turns off every 30 minutes if you're not hitting it, which makes baby Jesus cry.
The Achilles heel of that vape from my.
Oh my god, I used to find myself, Jerry, with using the Evo when my Evo was like on my desk all the time. Every 10 minutes, I would just reach over, turn it off, turn it back on again. Every 10 minutes, like click, 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 click.
I know.
Click, click, and then I realized, like, Jesus, this is like a OCD tick. This is a.
You don't want to build that.
Yeah. Like I found myself like I'd be out on the couch wanting to turn something off and on again just for like every 10 minutes, you know. I think this is a more modern vaporizer for newer people not willing to or not wanting to have to learn how to use a vape. I feel like this just fucking delivers, and I'm glad this vape is on the market. I wish it were cheaper. At $380 for its cheapest version, it's still pretty pricey, but it's a pretty rugged vape, and I don't hear a lot about problems with them.
That comes with the nails too, though, right? Yeah, 2 tubes and 2 baskets. Nice.
But there comes with Boro. Comes with the Boro tubes, not the quartz.
That's all right. That's all I have is Boro. They work great.
Okay.
That's fucking great, man.
No,
dude, I'm glad to hear you like that, because that vape right there, I really should use more often. I think I just got so into the form factor of the herborizer, but with the dabs on that, if you use the quartz nail or the Boro nail, whatever, and you do what they say and you stay in bounds, fucking works great. Oh, no, see, I want that. I don't have anything like that. That's dope.
With the little... So these are the quartz ones.
So you've got that, and you still, that didn't make it what you'd reach for and use just sitting there like that, huh?
No, I did. I use it. I used it pretty often. And I keep the hydro tubes, on the little wooden things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it holds the device here. It was cool. I really enjoyed it, and there's actually burn marks on it from quartz inserts, not from this. I found myself reaching for the quartz dabs because I didn't want to do my concentrates with this.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's a lovely accessory.
I dig that vape. That vape is dope. Killer flower, killer little dabs for me. Fucking the hydro tubes are killer. I'm telling you, man, that vape is way the fuck ahead of its time. And I'm glad it's still in the market. And if you don't have one of those, you need to look hard at that. If you consider yourself a vaporist, you need to think about that one real hard, because that's pretty. And that, not only that, that's got a pretty solid place in the history of desktops for the last good while, man. That thing.
Yeah,
it's a dope vape, man. We should do that vape. I didn't realize you had all that shit there. Totally.
So yeah, so on the Ditanium, I would reach up. I would step up to the Cloud Evo for $100 more if that's your thing.
I'm gonna hit this dab over here real quick, man. Let's see if I got the temp set right.
Have your dab. I'm gonna go ahead and have a bowl in my Dynavap.
I saw that.
See my green Omni?
That's beautiful.
I fucking love this vape, dude.
That's fucking, yeah, like that.
You know what's funny is the tip of this used to be dark gray brown from all the vaping. And I thought it would never come back. I thought it would never come back to this color.
So how did it?
Dark crystal.
Bullshit. Really? Clean the dark off?
Yeah.
Oh, no fucking way. That's great.
And I wish I would have made it on video, because it blew my fucking mind. And it's going to take years of vaping to get it dirty enough to do that again. So if anybody has like a green or a blue tip that's fucking so dirty that it doesn't look that color anymore, send it to me. I'll clean it, make a video about it, and then I'll mail it back to you. Same day.
Here we go. I'm gonna drop this in and see what happens.
Cool, man. I'm gonna pack a bowl with my Brilliant Cut.
Best way to load this is to let it melt in, which means you got to sit here and be patient if you're gonna do it that way.
And put the dab right on top. Is that what you do?
In the trench.
Oh, you put it in the trench. Okay. Let's look at Jerry's dab. Is he dabbing or is he vaping concentrates? Oh, it looks like a dab. What's your? Okay, all right. What's your temperature at?
Hang on.
All right.
Oh, fuck yeah. The same, man. It's like at 130, 130-ish.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, me likey. And now I get to finish this bowl, man. I just get to keep on fucking trucking.
I just noticed you're wearing a Vape XL shirt.
Oh, no shit. Perfect timing for you to whip out the cloud, man. I love it. I'm one of those geeks that still calls it the cloud.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah. The cloud. Oh, we got the Evo. Evo's dope. Let's do a show on the Evo. I'd love to do that. We'll get Sabo on here. We'll get him. We'll do some interview. We'll get him some clips. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
We could talk. Oh man, we can plan a few episodes around Sabo.
Yeah. No shit. It'd be fun.
1 click, 2 click.
Oh yeah. You got to know your cat, baby. Got to know your cat. How's it going in the chat? How are we doing on likes and dabs and shit like that?
Oh,
we're
at 108. Oh fuck me.
100. Yeah, without even bitching for dabs. And so I'm still. What? I thought you were gonna say something. And so I've really only had 2 dabs, technically, the Rio and then whatever the fuck we'll call that thing.
Okay, so we'll some dabs.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
I think I want to do this. I'm just gonna do another one over this load here, man. That was fun. I'm gonna do that again. It's gonna wipe me around. We're gonna wipe me around.
The chat says they took that 100 dab or 100 like dab a long time ago. So.
Well, okay. Well, good job. Let me catch up. Hang on, I'll be right with you. I'd say next time say something, but they probably were, and I never looked. You know what I mean?
This is going back to my favorite Dynavap right now.
This one's gonna fuck me up. This is a bigger dab. This one's probably going. Are we close to saying goodnight?
We haven't even started our second topic, my man.
Right? What the fuck? Let's start talking.
It's because you got all argumentative. You wouldn't let me not like the Ditanium. You're like, no, man, I'm going to make you like it.
No, I want you to disagree. I love disagreements, man. They're great. Disagreements expose truth.
You're like the 5 people who went crazy after my Air Vape Legacy video. Holy crap.
I'm like, what do you mean went crazy? What did I do?
I'm just kidding. Look, I got some. Almost dropped it.
I'm about to double up here.
Okay.
All right, hang on. I'm about to drop this dab in. I'm
Okay.
catching up, guys. I'm catching up.
Can you?
Oh, I see what you got. That looks good.
Is it okay if I have my dab while you're?
Knock it out, bro. Here we go.
Okay.
Fuck.
What?
That was big.
Oh.
Oh.
Thought somebody was trying to steal you and take your kidneys. I wasn't watching. I was looking down at my dabs. Oh shit, Jerry, you okay? You mean to call 911?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right.
I'm just saying hi to my desk.
Hello, desk. How are you doing today? Would you like to go for a ride?
Fuck me, man.
What's your desk made out of?
Wood. Probably particle board. It's probably particle board, laminate, some sheep shit. I don't know.
Sheep shit. You have a desk made out of sheep shit.
Yeah, man. It's only the best for me, man.
All right.
All right. So anyhow.
Tap it in. That's a ringer.
After a respectful disagreement. I'm caught up with the chat at this point until they get to 169.
Dude, the Rio, a Dynavap, and a sticky brick. for the same price as. No, wait, that's bad math.
Yeah.
The Ditanium is $280, right?
I think so.
So a Rio and a Dynavap.
How much is a Rio?
Isn't it $220 for the OG Rio?
Is that after discount?
I don't think so, unless
Got
there
the
is
Troy and Jerry discount.
Oh, there's a 10% discount on Rios. I forgot all about that.
And on the fucking Dynavaps. You could get a Rio and a Dynavap 10% off all of it if you use our code.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
Wait, we have a code at Dynavap?
Yeah, 10% there too. Same code, Troy and Jerry. Just start dishing out our names, man. Troy and Jerry. 10%.
Is that good for more than just this month?
Stash and Dynavap is all time.
Holy shit.
Those are the two we have. The other two, no discounts. Stash and Dynavap, 10% all the time. Troy and Jerry. Use it up.
Just so you guys know, like, Troy from 420 Vape Zone didn't even get that kind of fucking pull. So nice job, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop my 100 like dab. We're at 123, 194 of us watching. This one is for all 194 of you.
There you go. Show us where it's at, baby. So you take that, and I'll see if I can figure out how to talk about this topic.
Okay.
I figured we'd start out. You know, you got fucking Elon Musk running around talking about life's a simulation, or could be a simulation. You know, have you heard that whole nice hit, man? That's beautiful. Yeah. See that? You only get that from the Rio. Yeah, I'm not even gonna interrupt that. Awesome.
Oh, fuck. All right, Jerry. Talk to me about simulations. Do you think we're living in a simulation?
Well, I don't know, man. He says it's 50-50. Based on just, and he simply says, look, man, if we're making simulations, I'd rather listen to you. You don't turn your mute off. I'm gonna wait because that's good shit. That's gold, man. Put that shit back on. He's saying we're already making simulations. So if you assume any rate of improvement, eventually they'll get to where we can't tell the difference. And then if you look at how long it takes to do that, it doesn't take very fucking long once a civilization reaches a certain kind of technology. Depending on how many civilizations you think are out there and how long they can last, there might be a real good chance we're in a simulation right now. Like we're just alone. We're a video game, or we're some kind of VR shit, or I don't know, man. It makes sense to me that this would be like the ultimate virtual reality where did you ever see that movie, The Game? You see that, Troy?
No, I
haven't. You haven't seen that movie?
I haven't seen that movie. Whoops, that's not the right camera, apparently. How about this one?
You went for the Q-tip cam?
Apparently the Q-tip cam is no longer functional.
Damn it. Did it go in?
Well, I mean, it's probably just the hotkey. Or not. Okay. Damn. Q-tip cam is broken, apparently.
There you go.
And that did not go in. Got rejected by the Ardent FX case, which was sitting right next to it. Bounced it. Boop.
It's the Dikembe Mutombo of cases, by the way. Fuck your shit up.
I don't know what that means, but I hope it's something nice.
Really? You don't know Dikembe Mutombo reference?
Nope.
He's an NBA center, blocked the shit out of everything. He's like 7'80". Blocked everything. In fact, he just recently did an ad where he was running around blocking shit again. Some guy was talking about Dikembe, and he shows up, starts blocking everybody's shit. Did you get it? Nice. Even with Dikembe in there, huh? That's what I'm talking about.
It was a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird hook shot. Whoop. Nobody does that anymore, do they? Like the hook shot, the far away, like. Whoop.
I don't think so. I don't watch basketball anymore, but I don't think so.
I don't watch basketball either. Obviously, that's why I didn't know the
Dikembe Mutombo. That was from when I used to watch my most basketball. I used to watch a lot of basketball.
Tupac.
Yeah. Something like that.
Jerry, yes,
Yeah.
That's exactly why I like the Rio. Because I can get like a really full, diverse dab. And it was tasty as shit, man. It was like so terpy. And like the beginning of the inhale tasted different than the ending of the inhale. And then the exhale tasted different too, because it was like a developing vapor, you know? Man, it was lovely. And that's why I love the Rio.
Fuck yeah. That was a good hit.
That's why I love torch dabs. I love dropping inserts into quartz as well, because man, you get like the dynamic range of like one going down, one going up, and the cross in between. It like stretches the margin scientifically of the terpene range, temperature, dynamics, and dude, it just delivers a better dab that way.
I love that little boo up thing. I can't do that. Does that take a long time to perfect?
Dude, yeah, it probably took me a whole semester of high school, like laying in bed at night, just like I probably bruised my face, like figuring out. Because here's what happened. I've told you this story before, I think, or I've told somebody before. There was another dude in my school. There was a dude in my school who used to bully me, and he could do the sound, and when he would do it, he was the only kid in school who could fucking do it. He used to do it so frequently that the study hall teacher, Mrs. Ming, she was a real mean person at times. She's like, Matt, if you make that fucking drippy sound one more time, I swear to fucking God. She's like, I don't want to fucking hear it this whole semester. So I was like, holy shit, I have never seen her that bad. I am going to dedicate my life to making that sound just so she will think it's him and whoop his fuck out.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's totally what happened. I spent the rest of my free time just like trying to fucking figure it out, and I figured it out in probably like 3 weeks, or in like 10 days to 3 weeks, or at some point
before the internet, right? Before the internet.
Yeah, Bill, before the World Wide Web and the internet that we know today. Yeah. But I figured it out to a point where I could do it sometimes in like 2 or 3 weeks. You know, like I figured out the basic concept, and I was able to pull it off in study hall. Like I went over by the books, because like our study hall was in the library, and I went over like along the bookshelves, like kind of where he was assigned seat, you know, and I like started looking at some books, and then I opened the book and I just like tried it and until I finally pulled it off, like it, you know, made the sound, and Matt, ow, no. And he's like, I didn't do it, and she didn't care. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And did he know that it was you?
No, he eventually figured it out, because.
Did you do it again?
Yeah.
Did you get in trouble?
No, the teacher figured out that I could do it because I did it in gym class, and she saw me do it.
Oh no. How many
Yeah.
times did you get him in trouble before she saw you doing it?
Just that once.
Oh, Jesus, that's fucking great.
Because here's the thing, man. When you learn to make a cool fucking sound like that, you can't keep it a secret.
No. You gotta show people and then they find out.
Yeah.
That's fucking classic, bro. I love it. That sounds like a movie scene somewhere.
It was totally a eat shit Matt moment.
Hell yeah, man.
Damn.
Eat shit, Matt. I'm gonna pack another one.
Yeah, man. Let's have one more bowl. Oh man, I could tell some stories about Matt.
Is that right? Do we want to hear stories about Matt?
I think I already told one of them, and you probably just don't remember it, but it may have been in the One More Bowl podcast. But there was a time where we were out, like road tripping, like just driving around on backcountry roads, smoking weed and drinking some beer, and came across our friend's car, like kind of parked into a cornfield, like a little spot, and we were like, "What the fuck?" So we paid him a visit. Does that story ring a bell?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not unless it turns into a 50 keg party or some shit.
Nope. It was that Matt. It was the same Matt guy. And it was his car, and he was apparently about to get jiggy with it with his girlfriend, and the whole car pulling up ruined the whole occasion. So we cock blocked them just by pulling up and getting out and like going up and tapping on their windows.
Of course. Oh, just by. Can you imagine that ruining the mood?
Yeah,
that's all. Some people, sheesh. Come on, man. So you packing your bag?
This was like 5 or 6 years after the incident.
That close, huh?
Yeah. So the drippy thing was when I was in like 6th grade or 7th grade.
Oh, damn, that's young.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Getting people in trouble that young, I love it. That's middle school madness, man. Fucking up, I love it.
Oh man, yeah. I was and I've spoken openly about this, Jerry, but I spent several years of my life as a different person, and I'm not saying like I got a bunch of weird skeletons in my closet or anything, but I used to dwell a lot on my hate, and I had a lot of hate. I lived by hate. Everything was hate, fueled by hate, fucking rage. I could make a list of things that I hate and just work my ass off to find the karma and just fucking enforce it. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of hate, and it took me a long time to realize that hate and love are the same thing. They're both passion. And seeing the perspective difference and like what wires the energy as versus what wires the energy as ha is just a matter of perspective oftentimes. just being aware of that was a huge eye-opener for me.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I feel hate, I can look into it. I can be like, hey, why do I hate this, or why do I hate this person, or why do I hate this thing, or why do I hate doing this? And now I can look into it and try to reflect and understand and be a better person about it rather than being a fucking toxic shithead.
Yeah, man. Got to have a little bit of awareness for that to work, though. So, you know what I mean? That's good. Be able to see that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need a lot of awareness for it. I don't know if everyone does. Like I used to assume that everyone needs to be woke and needs to be aware and needs to fucking meditate and self-reflect and be daily conscious of what you're doing in the world and to the people around you. But a lot of people are also, just good by nature as well. Like they're just in drone mode, but they're good people. There's not like when I was young, I always assumed that everyone was out to get me and everyone's an asshole, and because that's all I observed. I was a negative person, and because I was a negative person, I was wearing the negative glasses, and I would see people being the asshole on the road, and I would see the asshole lady at the mall, and I would see the asshole guy on the street, and I would only observe asshole things because I was a negative energy, and that's all I observed. It was my perspective, and I thought people were that way. And now, as I talk to so many people because of the 420 Vape Zone thing and the 420 Vape Zone community and all the people that I help with vapes in Instagram and all the shit, I've realized that, man, so many people are positive and helpful and good natured.
Yeah. And awareness just leads to opportunities for expression of compassion or love. So the more, for me, that awareness is just being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what's going on, not being absorbed in yourself, being aware. Maybe you're going inside and you're being aware of that, but you're not just running around blinded by the hurts of the past. You're seeing a little clearly. And so that kind of ties into what I was talking about when I was kind of like, living life as an avatar, is really just a kind of a way of saying, recognizing that I'm not this body. I'm not these thoughts. I have thoughts. I'm currently inhabiting a body, but that's not my essence. That's not what I am. I'm the force, the soul, the life force, whatever you call it, that's occupying it at the moment. And when I started to see things that way, my body did become separate from me, but in a good way, like in a way that made it not a permanent bond, in a way that made me more compassionate for my body. The more aware I became of the separation, or that I wasn't that, the more aware I became of how I was treating it, and then how I wanted to treat it. And I don't know, there's just something about that concept that helps me quickly kind of step out and go, oh, wait a minute, I'm kind of absorbed right here. Let's kind of be a little more aware of everything and get some different perspectives to see outside of what I'm fucking visored into. You know what I'm saying? And that's more the spiritual side of the whole concept, as opposed to the other side, which is, we're a computer simulation. We're just putting coins in a machine and fucking around. And then there's everything in between. There's
They can overlap though, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think they're all perspectives on the same kind of concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I am not this body, and I am a separate force that is going to be around after this body dissolves, then whether I come back or go somewhere else, that changes the perspective, the nature of the game. Shit, I left this on here.
Oh,
this thing's got such a bubbled screen that I think there's nothing in there when there is a little bit. I mean, have you spent much time thinking about that, simulation shit and stuff like that that's been popular in the news in the last couple of years?
I haven't spent like thinking time on it, like probably not more than 10 minutes or some shit like that. It would be fun to think about it and to spend more time dwelling on it, like to actually, like to go into like an isolation chamber, go into a float tank and let yourself think about something deep like that.
Did you do that, or is that something that you wanted to do? I remember I've heard of that before.
I have done it.
What was that like? Some people, it's not good for them. Some people it is. How was it?
It was great, man. You know what? How it happened actually, when I went there to the spa and I was paying for my things, and I was on like my third visit, and the guy like was trying to sell me a membership, which was like crazy expensive, by the way. I told him I was just meditating, and he's like, you're meditating like for your whole float. And I'm like, yeah. And I didn't tell him that I was doing dabs and all that shit. But I'm like, yeah, I just go in there and just meditate, man, the whole time. Like I don't have your music on. I do my own meditation thing. And he's like, well, you should try a deep thought exercise as well. Like go in there with like a problem in life or something like that, and just spend the whole time thinking about it. And you'll be surprised that all of the new perspectives and new, because you don't have any of the noises of life, and you don't have any of the feelings of your ass on the chair and you're feeling the feet on the floor, and like you're locked in this thing for an hour. So it all of the senses go away. So all of your brain power like swells, like you get like superpower brain.
Dope.
In a way. It actually makes it harder to meditate for me. Like I struggled to meditate at first.
Did they play music for you?
You can. There's a music thing.
Did you do it, or did you keep it silent?
I turned it off.
Okay.
Because music makes me fucking fall asleep. Like that type of like the soft.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And back then, like I was very strict with my meditation. Like I'm not fucking here to fall asleep. I'm here to meditate. Separate the two. And then laying down in a pool of warm water where you float so naturally that it's, once you get past the amusement of it, it's very relaxing.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I've only done it once, but I didn't meditate. I was in there and I was still just trying to get comfortable and then trying to get the right music. And, it was my first time, so I felt a little fidgety. And it went by kind of quickly, so that by the time I kind of settled in and got into it, I'd fidget up again. And then by the time I did that a couple of times, it was over. So I felt like, yeah, I need to. And I remember they said sometimes you need to do it a few times before you get something really good out of it. I don't know. It sounds like you had a better one than me on your first go, or have you done it more than once?
I've done it more than once.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Was that true then? Do you need to give it a few goes?
You definitely get better at it. You get more used to the situation, because like if you have any little cuts or any little open wounds, and I'm talking like any little open wounds, any little open wounds, like your hangnail, like right now I got a little, I don't know why I put my fucking thumb to the microphone, like I got like a
that'll burn.
That shit would sting because the water is super salty. It's like a ridiculously high level of salty saline. Yeah. It's because you float. It's like you float in it really, really easily. So any open wounds hurt. So
does it go away, or does it hurt the whole fucking time?
Well, what you do is you put like petroleum gel, like Vaseline, KY jelly or whatever. You put the petroleum jelly over all your little open wounds.
Okay.
And that includes any, like if you have like a little pimple that got popped or whatever, like the salt water will make that shit sting. And it gets highlighted because there's no other fucking senses. Like, because you're just like, floating in this warm water. You with your eyes closed, you start to become one with the water. You know, like you just like So if you got a little pimple on your leg that you popped or whatever, it starts to sting, and then you got to get out and put a little Vaseline or whatever on all your little cuts. And
damn it.
like I had a thing on my foot that I didn't even know that I had on my foot. I'm like, why is my foot hurting? And I'm like, holy shit.
You're gonna learn. Yeah, you're gonna learn something about yourself, ain't you?
Yeah, it took like three tries, like 3 little trips, because I had hangnails, and then I had like something on my ears from my glasses. I was wearing glasses at the time.
Oh.
And my ears had like little cuts and I didn't know about. Yeah.
Fucking A. No wonder. Yeah, you're just tough. You don't know that shit, man.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I think it's the salt water. Like, it doesn't hurt until it gets saltwater saturation.
Yeah, that's a different level there. No doubt, man. No doubt. I was just.
But I would love to go back and do that again. I'm gonna do that more often.
I was just thinking about you running around with cuts on your ears you don't know about, and I thought about you with your blowing your nose with
paper towels.
Yeah, I'm going. This guy doesn't feel the fucking thing up there, man. It's like numbhead.
I just finished a roll. I gotta grab another roll, Jerry.
That poor fucking nose. You know they make tissue for that shit. And,
but if I'm just a simulation, I might as well break down the barrier, right?
If you're a simulation, might as well just have the good stuff. What the fuck? Go fuck around, rub that nose with sandpaper in a simulation. Do that shit in real life when you're broken. Here, man. Fuck that.
Okay, so I'm an optimizer. I like to think anyway. And if I have to have paper towels on my desk, because I use paper towels for cleaning my desk and for cleaning up things that are like significantly dirty. You know, I need to wipe up a spill or clean up my desk for taking pictures. It's paper towels. I mean, I'd rather use real rags and stuff, but I'm not quite there yet. So having tissues like Kleenex would be another footprint for me. Like, I already have paper towels. Now I need Kleenex just for my fucking nose, and it won't be for anything else. Okay, might be for some other stuff, but it's just I don't need 2 different paper fibrous throwaway materials here. I can just
said the guy with 300 vapes behind him on a fucking shelf.
Yes, exactly. Footprints are important. Yes, thanks, Lizard. I need to get the air out of it now.
Oh, you crack me up, man. That's fucking great. Yeah, you certainly don't need 2 of anything. But you only have 1 nose. You only have 1 nose, man. 2 nostrils, yeah. You got 2 of those. Cloth would be good, though, man. I could get behind a nice soft cloth. Especially, you know, I'm not super frightened about wiping up my desk and then cleaning my nose with it, but, you know, it's going to feel better.
So what you call living your life as an avatar, Jerry, I believe a lot of people would call like enlightenment, like that that level of separating like your mind from your spirit, from your body, you know, like being consciously aware of that. Oh, here's one. So if you're living as an avatar, like your body is your vessel.
Right.
Your vessel interacts with other vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Are those other vessels also inhibited by an avatar? Are we?
You mean are they avatars? My interaction with them is with their avatar.
Is that the case, or do is it possible that other humans may or may not be conscious or avatar hosts? Like what if some humans are just humans and some other humans are like hosts, like for you? Like what if you're
Some are users and some are AI.
some are NPCs.
There you go. NPCs, right on.
Not NPHs. There we go.
Right. I don't know. It might be. That'd be real interesting. I wonder how many of the. I had never really thought about how many NPCs were in this simulation.
Like who? Like what am I in your avatar world here?
Right.
And who am I? Am I? Is your personality arrangement pigeonholed in me as Troy also living as an avatar, or is he Troy with an avatar outside of him controlling him?
I've actually never considered that anybody would be an NPC. That's pretty fucking cool. I would say the Enlightenment perspective would say that that everyone is another instance of a similar experience, a life force or a consciousness in each one of us, and that is really a greater consciousness that is experiencing itself through this universe. And because we're all the singular consciousness coming in here, that's why we're all kind of connected. And so there's a connection there, I guess. But when I think of things that way, it kind of explains the desire for human connection. You know, we always seem to have an inner desire to connect with others. We have a social need. We have this desire that I can't explain. That's a need to be closer, understand, or at least at some point be able to connect. And it doesn't have to be like a lifelong deep thing, just to connect at some point, because then later on that connection's still there. But it's almost like, why do we have that desire? And if really that explanation is true, that would make sense of it. If we're just ourself trying to have fun in here and experience this place through ourself, and then when we get out, we're all one thing, then that's why it's kind of, that would be like the ultimate part of it, is to connect. So in a simulation, to me, that's almost like the exact same kind of, it's a different perspective on the same facts, if that makes sense. Not that any of this is facts, but if we are dying, living, dying, and coming back and doing it again, playing this thing over and over as an avatar, re-entering the simulation, just another twist on the fractal. If you're into mathematics, you know, there's other ways there's other perspectives on it and ways to look at it.
Repeatable, but in the futuristic way where our own video games have not excelled. Because like when we play Super Mario or when we play Zelda and we fail and we start over, we get to retain your memory of the enemies and the land and the tactics. But as this whatever we're in doesn't seem to be the case. Well, I started with nothing.
No memory of it, you mean, of anything?
Yeah.
Well, so if any of these things are true, that this is some kind of a repeat, we're going to do it again, we're out in the outside experiencing this through something.
In the fourth dimension.
Yeah. I mean, there's been different ways to look at it. Like, I mean, one guy I read or heard or something somewhere, I don't forget who it was talking about, well, then if we're in here simulated, it must be pretty boring out there, you know? And that's one interpretation. I mean, you know, maybe it's painful, you know, maybe maybe this is the one that I think I only saw one movie sort of like this, but I go, that's actually fucking plausible. Maybe this whole thing
The Matrix?
is just some system like a matrix, but really whatever we're doing, whether it's a left behind civilization or a simulation that has, for whatever reason, the caretakers are gone of the outside world, and it's just on autopilot, and there's no more, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just in a system just going without any kind of reset button, all kinds of shit. Here we are. Maybe we're in one of those, and maybe Earth is just in general some kind of fucked up thing like that. And maybe whoever built this thing is going to come back and go, oh man, somebody forgot to turn the off switch when we left, and it is all fucked up down there or something. You know what I mean? Like when you open the fridge and the fucking thing's full of mold because you didn't seal it just right when you left, and now it's like all fucked up, and maybe that's what's going on. Or maybe it's like Rick and Morty, man, and we're just somebody's fucking car battery. We're nothing more than fucking powering a car battery, even beyond just societal traps. Just maybe this whole thing is just sucking energy because maybe there's spiritual beings that feed off negative energy, and that's why this whole thing is going on. Who the fuck knows, man? There's all kinds of ideas out there, man. Beyond the typical, what I was raised with, which is you're here once, you die, and then you're eternally accountable one way or the other. So get your shit straight and don't fuck it up. And here's the whole things to be afraid of. And we're going to give you more all through your life, and be as afraid as you want. Just don't go out there and do anything stupid because you'll fuck up the next one. If there's any truth to that, then it's a karmic thing, not a, I can't buy the whole reward thing that's simplified and other interpretations.
I used to believe that karma needed to be enforced sometimes. And that was my excuse for being evil.
For being evil.
I like to remember it as like, the Dexter Morgan. Not that I fucking murdered people or anything like that, but like if people were assholes, then I was willing to do asshole things to them.
In the name of karma. In the name of karma. I love you, man. Fuck doing good stuff in the name of karma. This guy needs an ass whooping right here. Oh, that's great. I love you, man. I love you. That's great.
Jerry, I'm going to have another bowl.
Yes, me too.
And I'm going to go with one of our sponsor products here, the Simrel.
Nicely done.
My OG Simrel Vortex. First one that he custom made for me. Let me show this.
Yeah, that's a beauty. I love those.
I wanted to show this off when we brought him on as a sponsor, but it was packed away, and I didn't want to go digging through my.
Ooh, wee! Look at that.
My gross ass hangnails. Sorry, I put the rosium tip on it. Whoops, sorry, wrong hand.
Rosium cap, yeah.
With the OG, the rosium cap.
7?
With the OG 7. The OG 7. Boop.
Have there been a bunch of them?
A bunch of what?
7s?
The OGs?
No, have there been a lot? There was the recent run. How many older runs were there?
The recent run is different, though.
Yeah, but I don't know how many in the older stuff is what I don't know anything about that.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a whole bunch of different 7s, or if there was only one run of them, or I don't know.
That would be a question for George. Maybe we should ask George next week.
Yeah, we need to get that going, man. Get Georgie.
Hey, let me give this a little squeeze here. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna pack a vape cap at the Vortex.
I want to stay on point with my Ditanium, which is doing a number on me.
I'm gonna time to rock a funky joint, Jerry's on point. When it's time to rock a funky jam, Troy's the man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate you guys hanging with us so late, man. We had a little slate start, and then we've been talking all kinds of shit tonight, man. So you guys are dope there, man. How we doing on likes? Can we do a dab for something? Where are we at now? We're at almost get to 169, man. We're at 155. Give me 14 more so we can have a dab, man. I wanna throw some dab over this. Get that going. It's time to dab, guys. It's time to dab. I know you guys want to dab. See, they're responding. Let's go. We're almost there, man. What's up? What's up?
I need a torch, Jerry.
It's also 420 somewhere. That's right. It's 11:20 for me, 8:20 for you. It's 420 somewhere.
I need a torch.
Somewhere over there on the other side of Hawaii. Right? It's going that way. Only 5 away. You ran out of a torch or you ran out of butte? Because I know you got the torch on your Rio. What are you doing? Are you hitting a different banger? Or no, you're torching your Semrel. You don't have a little torch over there, huh? Shit. 166. I think we're gonna make this, man. I think we're gonna make it. I got time to pack it for this one here too. Thank you very much, guys. This is gonna be fun, man. We'll get
All right.
there it is.
Got my torch.
Almost there. Come on, 3. Don't stop now. Come on, we need 3 more. I'm packing on faith here, man.
Ooh, I missed this torch.
Oh yeah, me the verdamper. I need to do the verdamper too, man. It's hot and ready too. Let me do this and then I'll do that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. But we gotta get to this first. This going there. Oh, good. 170. We're there. All right, man. Let's we can do a dab now, Troy.
Ooh, diddy zoo, woo, diddy woo 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 zoo.
Oh, man, crushing it. You're crushing it.
Love some dabs.
Yeah, it's time for a dab. Thanks, guys. I'm stoked to do the dab with you.
We shouldn't call them dabs anymore, though. YouTube is like all sensitive.
Oh yeah, wasn't there another word we were going to use, or we started using for them? Do you remember that moment in time? Do you not remember that moment in time? Am I making that shit up?
No, I remember. I just don't remember the specifics enough to recall the word. Sorry.
All right.
Anybody remember? Blabs? Blobs? Globs?
Blabs? Was that it? Do you guys remember? Are you just making that shit up, Mimi?
I don't. Doesn't ring a bell.
I
like this torch a lot.
I don't think so. Memo number 5 in my playlist tonight. I'm doing a little Charlie tune. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit too. This song though is by Z Trip that I'm listening to. It's called Breakfast Club. Pretty fucking funny. It's about Saturday morning cartoons, eating cereal, and it's about the cartoons. It's fucking funny. I like it. Are we dabbing yet? Oh, you're hitting that beautiful thing. That's right. You're going to town on that. We'll wait a little minute. Yeah, as long as you can keep doing that. Going. Yeah, man.
Oh, this bowl is cooked.
And then I got to start.
Damn it!
Is it cooked? So it's time for a dab.
I gotta stop doing that. What I do, this is what I end up doing with this decapper, Jerry, the brilliant decapper debuller. I love this accessory, by the way.
Nice.
What happens with me is I'll decap my Dynavap before the cool down click, and it's inevitable that there will be a little piece of ABV or 3 inside here. So when the cool down click happens, it sends shit flying.
Oh, right out of the upside down cap.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. That's hilarious. Does it fly out of the zone of the cup?
Usually, yeah.
How far does it go?
Just in the general vicinity. It's kind of funny, kind of annoying.
I think it's great.
It's a total me thing because I decap while it's still hot. Like I'm so like ready for the second bowl, you know? Like I don't know.
I think that's funny, man. That's fucking awesome. Well, now that you've done that, we can dab.
Yeah, that's right. We go dab.
Pack one up.
172. Nice job. High five, everyone. I don't want to go too hard because there's an LCD monitor right behind, and
you don't want that to fall off.
No, it's gonna poke a hole in my monitor again. And if I break a third monitor, my wife is gonna fucking murder me.
Yeah, that ain't good. So we like Troy. Hang out.
No more broken LCDs. No more broken monitors.
None of that shit.
No more broken phones.
Broken phones suck, man.
Oh, the broken phone is the worst. And I'm still learning Android.
Right. Are you new to the scene? Right on, man.
No,
welcome.
Not new. Like I used to be an Android. I was an Android OG.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Like, how long's it been? How long's it been?
When I decided that I was going to quit my job, it was 2017, 2016, 2017 in there. Yeah, like 2017 is when I switched to iPhone.
To iPhone.
Yeah, to
and now you just got an Android.
And now I switched back to Android. So
you sound about like me.
Yeah. 5 years later.
I even had a Windows phone for a little while. Remember when those were new?
I do. I wanted them to be more successful.
Yeah.
I understand they weren't.
It wasn't that good. I had one. It was my least favorite of the different phones I've tried to fuck with back in the day.
I was a big fan of the Zune. I had a Zune.
Oh, that's the music thing, right?
Yeah.
It had like a cool little screen on it sometimes if you had the really nice one.
Well, it had the little inwards wheel that actually moved. And mine didn't move. It just had the clicky buttons.
You ready to dab?
Brown. Yeah, I'm probably not, but I'm going to. So, yeah, let's do this. I have some, what is this? Oh, grease bucket number 5, 710 Labs.
Beautiful. I like that.
See it?
Yeah, hell yeah, I want to see it. Oh, you're showing me now. Oh, is that? Yeah. There you go. Damn.
Rosin.
Damn.
Rosin.
Fucking A, man. Beat that shit up. Oh, what the fuck? What's been going on?
What's going on?
I've had this on the vape for a while. But after the dab, I'm going to pack this thing and we'll hit this thing tonight. The Verdumper.
Okay.
We'll hit that fucker. Get started on that party. But not till after we do our dab. So we got to do that. And I'm going to start packing this fucker here, see how much I need. This is going to need a lot. I'm running through all my goodness tonight. Yeah, man. Troy, it's been a cool week here, man. I got this Verdamper this week. And then I got the Stunden glass as well. Been chasing those for a long ass time. You remember the Stunden glass from Vegas?
Yeah, the big pill-looking flippity double gravity bong.
Yeah,
that was a cool device. They were serving some super pretty dabs,
and they're still working with those guys on that, man. They're still. I called up tech support. Well, if there is tech support, I called them up saying, "Hey, am I doing this right?" Because I had a couple problems because it plays differently with vapes. Anyhow, they mentioned that thing. They're like, "That works really great on this. That thing works." I'm like, "I get it, right? Okay. I don't need you to, question my vapor. I just want to know what." Because it sometimes it flips differently because the hole's in a different side. It's kind of funky, and I don't know if it's supposed to do that or if I'm just getting it every now and then. But I pay attention to the alignment of the interior hole, and it fucks with me. So there you go. I'm working that out. The thing's dope, man. It's right there. It's huge. It's as tall as the Verdamper without the heater on it. So if I brought it over here right now, I would sit this high.
That explains a lot, though. In terms of like when we talked to Jordan about wanting to work with that whole glass thing, like he didn't seem at all amused or interested. So he probably knew that it might not work with like herb vapes or some shit like that.
Well, no, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm still dialing it in, but it's not brainless. If you put a conduction or a hybrid vape on it, it chugs on it great. Of course, you know me. First thing I did is put my full convection one on, and it was all weird with the speed, and I couldn't figure it. I think it's not going fast enough, actually, because you know some of them, like some of these convection vapes, you know, like to get huffed on. So I ain't figured that out yet, but with the others, it's no problem at all. So in fact, I got some really good hits off. I had the fucking Starry hooked up to it. It was milking it up on there. So they'll do it. I'm just trying to figure out. I went straight for the hard stuff, you know, fucking dipstick. So
I like the one with the pineapple glass.
Looks dope, right? I want that.
All right, Jerry.
You ready for this thing, man? I'm about to double up. I'm gonna do another stacker on this thing. Did you turn it on already?
My coffee's gone. It's fucking gone. Not even hot. It's gone.
You're what now?
Probably like 11.9 on the typical 10 scale because I stopped dabbing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like now dabs are like really fucking me up, and it's very enjoyable. Don't get me wrong.
That's dope. That's dope.
That last dab that I did was a big pile of diamonds, and diamonds have like a special high, you know, like they really.
Yeah. Did you freeze at the wrong moment, or did you personally freeze?
They take you up there. The diamonds take you up there.
Fucking get me, man. They get me with the fake freezes. They're great.
They leave you.
They get me good, you dick.
Hey.
It's funny, man. I keep going. You froze, and as soon as I start to talk, you come back. I'm like, God damn it! It's fucking funny. You're doing a great job.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're crushing it. All right, so can I hit this now?
Yeah, man. What are you hitting?
I'm doing the dab we're doing.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That thing. Remember that thing? That thing? It's fucking awesome.
I haven't been.
You ready? You got it all loaded, don't you?
Yeah, it's rosin.
Yeah. So we're ready to go.
Who's dabbing with in the chat?
Yeah. All right. Who's going here in the chat? Who's going? Who's going with us on the dab? Who's dabbing? Sugar dick. I see Emily, maybe. Ah. Okay, good. Here they're coming in. Guess who's doing it?
All right. I'm lit.
I'm melting. I'm melting.
I'm melting too. Here's the melt shot. Boom. There it goes. Glorious. Get your Rio 10% off. Code Troy and Jerry.
Fuck yeah.
The sound of one hand clapping. That's what it is right there.
Fuck you doing? You doing flapping them? What's making the noise? Which? Yeah, what the fuck is that all about? I've never seen that. I never seen that. We were always doing dumb shit stuff like the snap fingers.
What?
These dumb things, where you snap that. God damn it. Knock shit over. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
I never saw the thing you just did. That was kind of neat.
Uh-huh. I grew up in a small town, Jerry. Small town.
Small town, man. We need all the hand moves. All the hand moves, man. Right, Dan? My mind's fucking blown, man. What the fuck was that? Man, that's crazy.
You have only seen a small fraction of my stupid human tricks. Do you remember the thing that David Letterman used to have on his show?
Yes. You have a book of those?
At one point, I was like, "Oh man, I could be like the guy who can do a whole bunch of things that nobody's ever seen, or that a lot of people haven't seen." I should say.
So that led to the clapping, flapping hands.
Yeah, the flapping hands. I'm not gonna say all of them because those are life secrets, man.
But is that what the name is? Flapping hands?
One hand clapping.
One hand clapping. Okay, cool.
One hand, yeah.
And is that the best one?
No.
How many involve the armpit?
None. I can't make armpit fart sounds. At least I haven't been able to anymore. I at one point I could when I was a kid, but no, I can't. My hands are. I can do it with my hands in like every configuration though. Like I can make fart.
What'd you just say? You can what?
I can make the hand fart noises in like every single like finger lock configuration possible.
I didn't know that was a thing. Show me the hardest one.
No, man.
Because I've always done it just like
it's probably like this.
Like straight up like this.
Like this is probably the hardest one where you have to like create a pocket of air inside here.
Like this? Now, what's the advantage? Is it louder or something?
It's no advantage. Just a challenge to do it in every single possible.
Cool.
Like, what if somebody cut off all my fingers? Like, I bet I could still make fart noises with my hands.
I'd be damn proud of you too, man. I'll tell you what. Of all the things you could have quit on, I'm glad you kept that one rolling, motherfucker.
You got to focus on the positives.
Yeah. So
I can peel my eyelids back, and I don't do it anymore. But yeah, it was.
I never did that.
So fucking mad. I was pretty good at it.
Why don't you do it for us?
No, because it hurts now. But
now it hurts. Yeah.
Also gross. Like
it's always been gross.
You turn your upper eyelid inside out. But I was so good at it that I could like grab my eyelash and like hold tight and like hold my eyelash up and let go, and it would stick like really wide. So I could do it with both eyes really quick, and then hold my eyes down, and it just looked like I had no fucking eyeballs.
You were that guy. I love you, man.
My 5th grade teacher fucking called my mom and said that I was doing the most vile pranks, and like my mom like was legit like concerned. She's like, "What are you doing in school?" And I'm like, "I just did the thing with my eyelids." Like, it's like it wasn't anything crazy.
That's hilarious. So, because I'm sure your mom thought of some crazy shit before she talked to you.
Yeah,
you come up with, "I'm just doing my eyelids, mom."
Yeah, my mom thought I fucking took a puppy to school and killed it in her class or some shit like that. Like the way this teacher described my trick, my magic.
That is hilarious, man.
Hmm.
Was your mom cool about it? Did she laugh at it? Did she?
She said not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I don't do it anymore. But I have done it a whole bunch since. So
yeah, that's hilarious, dude. That is hilarious. Oh, that to learn something about that teacher's perspective and how to interpret her shit, right?
No shit.
Damn. So this is only about half of what I'm going to put in here. We gotta do better than that. Which would have been easily a full one of anything else. But I gotta put some more in here. Some more.
You gonna keep going? I'm fucking toasted, Jerry.
I'm just gonna hit this verdamper.
Okay. Wrap it up with the verdamper.
Wrap it up with a verdamper, man. See how it goes.
I want to play video games tonight. I've been playing this new zombie thing.
A different one? What is this one?
It's the same one, but it's a different thing. So it's a lot less claustrophobic. The one we were playing before, it was like kind of a small map, and you constantly had to like, and then like, like this one's a lot more open, so you can really run far and like get away from him and like reload and like catch your breath and then kind of go back at him. So it's a lot more. I'm not gonna have a fucking heart attack while playing this one. Like so, it's a little more open spaces. So you can drive vehicles around, and it's teams of 4 still. So we're playing on the Discord, the 420 Vapes on Discord. Yeah, man.
Can you hide and snipe at all, or is it still just no? You gotta move and hit them on the move.
You can. There are times where it's still close and personal, but you can use a sniper rifle and use long range. I do a lot of shooting with the M16 long range.
Just fucking dope.
Just clicking heads, man.
Just clicking heads, man. You just clicking heads, right?
Boom! Headshot.
That's awesome.
You know FPS Doug? Are you familiar with FPS Doug?
Is that the name of it?
Can I get a boom headshot from all the people who actually know who FPS Doug is? If anybody does, please.
Can you hear me all right from here?
Yes, I can.
All right, cool.
Please.
We got to figure out what kind of view you want because this thing is big. When I put
yeah, man, that thing
this
looks.
Is the fucking heater.
Holy jeepers, that looks like it's a penis pump, dude.
Right? It's a big old coil. It's just a wire coil, nothing but a wire coil. It's a big long one, like a wire spring looking thing.
All right, Jake. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate you.
Did you get something?
Dargan, of course, Dargan knows.
All right. So this one can take a bit to get going, and I've got it filled pretty up there with the water. And then this is the fucking mouthpiece. Look at this thing.
Gee.
God damn it, I can't get it in front of you. There we go. Look at that fucking mouthpiece. So that comes out here until I'm off camera. See if we can get it anywhere. But we'll see if I get anything on the first hit. It's mostly just taste in the beginning. Oh yeah, there we go.
I guess I should be narrating, but I guess all I had was questions and. So it came with the bong. The bowl is attached to the bong.
Yeah, man, this whole thing is their kit, and that right there, oh fuck me, is
you could still just like put that on another 18 male or something, right? No.
You could put this is the heater. You could put this, yeah. You could put this on another 18 male and go to town. I was told to give this a try because the suggestion was that the possibility is that some of the magic is in the entire package and how it works together and certain dynamics and shit. So I'm giving that a run before I want to put it on my standard shit that I put everything on. But
okay.
But that right there is like a normal session on another vape. And I'm just getting started on that fucking bowl, man. Damn. Let me get one more in here and then we can say night.
I looked at the newspaper. It was a really old building. It was like a building from like the 1800s, and it was supposed to be haunted. But all the toilets sounded like that when you flushed them. Like they were like really old toilets. Like lots and lots and lots of slow bubbles and shit like that.
That's exactly right, man. That's exactly what it is. It's that toilet flushing shit. That's a good call, man.
Ow, fuck.
Oof.
That shit's hot, dude. This, Don't grip that one. Don't grip that one. How you feeling? Feel it?
Yeah, I just had to remember to breathe. You know when you freeze for so long, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta breathe still. Wow. I've been verdamped.
The verdamped. I love vapes that can become what's the grammatic term for ed words? Or is it ending with ed? Is it also a verb, just past tense? Like vapes that become past tense verbed.
Am I supposed to know that?
I don't know, man. Aren't you a grammar cracker eater? Do you know your grammars?
No, what?
Your grammar?
Am I a grammarian?
With an A.
A grammarian?
I think it was pretty cool.
Damn.
Pretty cool of them to spell grammar with 2 A's. Like that's a snobby way to go about it. That's just like
That's good.
trying to trigger people into misspelling it. Like, let's catch them with the simple one.
What?
Why grammar is spelled with 2 A's.
Right? I think it's so that Kelsey could say it any way he wanted. Because in his grammar.
All right.
It's the only thing I can come up with on short notice.
I think it works.
But grammar is fucking weird, man. You're right. We got to do something about that. We need awareness day. We need a grammar awareness day. This is fucked up shit.
We're gonna start pronouncing it grammar, like Drakkar Noir. Grammar.
Drakkar Noir, grammar.
Mind your grammar.
I should have done that when I was a kid, man. Because you're right. That looked weird from the beginning.
I think it's really fun to like pronounce words differently, and I used to do it all the time. Back in Illinois, there's this store called Menards. It's a big hardware store. I like to call it Menards. I'm just like, hey, does Menards carry like charcoal? And like I would trip people up and just observe the way that they respond to me pronouncing it Menards. I picked it up from a designer friend of mine who used to fuck with people the same way, and it was very amusing. So I used to do shit like that.
Have you ever heard it? Oh, go ahead.
I went to Menards wearing a tuxedo and bought like $800 worth of charcoal. Actually, it wasn't quite 800. It was like $300 or some shit. But it was like a ridiculous amount of charcoal. And I went there, and it's a fucking tuxedo to do it.
Dude, I love you, man. That's great.
It was just something to see the reaction of people and
right.
Say that I did it. Yeah, basically.
Dude, I love that kind of fun, man. That kind of just fuck with people, man.
Right? I mean, it was
harmless.
It was the weekend of my best friend's wedding at the time, so I already had a tuxedo. I'm like, I had to pay to fucking rent this thing. I'm gonna wear it more than once. I'm gonna wear it one last time, and when I go to Menards to buy all this charcoal that I need to stock up with because it's on sale right now.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Menards, exactly.
Menards. No, I never. Yeah, That sounds fun, man. We should have hung out. We'd have gotten into some stupid trouble back then.
Leonard's.
I used to dress down and go to nice places to see what they would do. So that was never.
You're from Florida, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made sense because I would show up in shorts and flops and
Shorts.
cut up t-shirt like I just walked in off the beach because that's how I lived, and that doesn't go over some other places. So it's kind of fun. That just being me fucking with people. Used to go up down the frat row on rush week, and they were giving out, you go there and get free dinner to try to, meet people, and I'd dress as fucked up as I could and then go to the nice ones and make them feed me and then watch them not talk to me. I don't know why I thought that was fun, but that's the kind of shit that I would do. Just watch them like not dig me being there at all. I don't know. So you and I could have gotten into some trouble back in the day, except you were dressing up to fuck with people. I was dressing down and fucking people.
I wasn't dressing up to fuck with people. That was just the one time when I had the tuxedo.
Oh, just the one time you got it, you might as well live it up, right? I'm going everywhere in this fucking tuxedo.
No, actually, it was the opposite. Like during the day of, it's like I didn't want to fucking pump gas. I'm like, fuck, I'm wearing this fucking big stupid thing. But by the end of the night, like I didn't give a shit anymore. And the next day, it was like man, I got to return this thing in 2 days, and I paid $300 or whatever for it. Today I'm gonna go out and buy charcoal. Might as well fucking get my second use out of this fucking thing.
I love it, man. That's great. Oh, that's great, man. I need to get some gas. Oh, I got the tux on. I'll go get it. Don't worry, man. I'm on it.
I probably need gas as well.
That's right, man. I forgot bread. I'm on it. I'm already dressed. Got this covered.
Plus, you feel like $1 million in a tuxedo, even if it is like worn in from the previous night.
Yeah. $1 million, baby.
It's warm. It's warm wearing a tuxedo.
Well, man, we ending this thing?
Shit, I'm starting to pack a bowl right now, but okay, yeah, we can end this.
No, that was a question mark. I'd heard some talk we were, so that was a question mark.
I was gonna end it before you pulled out the Verdamper, but then you wanted to vape the Verdamper, and then in the past tense of you vaping the Verdamper, I became more interested in vaping another bowl. So I've begun packing another bowl here with my my vape bong. I took a bunch of pictures and video of my vape bong today.
Awesome.
And as a clean unit, but in my video, I want to show the unit very dirty. So now I got to use this thing really heavy for like a few days before I can shoot this video.
Okay. You know? So we're going to beat it up.
I gotta fucking beat the shit out of this thing this weekend. Won't be a problem. Won't be a problem.
Right.
But yeah, I need to show.
All right. Well, look, I still got at least 2/3 of a damper I can beat up while you hit that thing. So, but then we'll both agree that's we'll probably end it then. Huh?
You better hustle then. Let's put my ball in. My little ball.
I'll just do it without switching the camera.
Well,
if you wanted me to hustle.
Okay.
If you'll give me a second.
Jeez, I'm sorry, Jerry.
Okay. Now we're in business.
Are those the flops that you're wearing right now? Or are those the same flops you wear outside, or do you have indoor flops, outdoor flops?
These are my everywhere flops, man.
Okay.
Did you get a good look at them?
No, not really. But I saw the ones you were wearing in California years ago, and I assume they're about the same thing.
Probably different ones, but same idea. Rainbow style flip flops.
Birkenstocks, the basic Birkenstocks.
Oh, I'm not wearing Birks anymore. No, these are more like rainbow thong type. These are by Crocs actually, but they're not the classic Crocs. They're the. Boy, can you see on this thing? You can actually see my shit. Almost there. Almost there. There it is. There's my shoe. That's the kind of shit I wear all the fucking time everywhere. So. All right.
It's true.
Did you hit that thing yet? Because I'm going.
I did. Right. He's like the vape Jesus. Long hair, sandals. He probably prefers like the vape dude or the vape hippie. Secretly, vape Jesus.
Nobody fucks with a Jesus, man. How's yours going over there?
It's good. It's this nug wasn't as cured as the nugs I vaped earlier. And I know I ground up a bunch of nugs, but so I can hard to tell. But this one, I got a little bit of that not fully cured harshness in it.
Right, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but man, it's really nice. I'm really digging this gelato. Smooth, sweet. The chug on that bong. Horrible. Maybe is it just the microphone being close to it or something?
I have it super fucking full, but it is a single hole perk, about yay big. And then I've got this thing way like I'm fucking around. I used to have it down here. Now I have it up here. I'm trying to figure out, where I want it. So it's a little chuggier now, but it's still chuggy. So anyhow.
Do you have to have that much water in it? I noticed that it's going up into like the mouthpiece.
Oh no, I know I'm on the high side. Like I said, I'm backing it down. I started here. This is the first time I got any up in the mouthpiece, so now I know. But the first time I was too low. It wasn't creating enough suction. So now I'm trying to find out where the right balance is for.
Sneaky Pete likes a lot of water in his bong too. He likes as much as possible without going in his mouth.
Is that right? Yeah.
And for me, I'm more of just enough to make sure the perks are covered.
Well,
and functioning.
The instructions in this one say to do exactly that. They say get it halfway full is about where it'll be, but you want it as full as you can get without getting water into the mouthpiece. So I'm clearly a little too full here. I thought that would be the absolute max. It probably needs to be right about where the first hourglass bend is. So we'll see. But anyhow, that's my session. I'm sticking to it, man.
Hell to the yeah.
Hell
to the yeah.
Stoked to see you with the vape bong, man. Should I say vape bong or vape bong? I get corrected no matter what I say. It depends on who you're talking to.
I've been hitting it dry. That's what's wrong. I've been like why is it so different? And there's no fucking water in it. Herp to the derp.
That happens to me all the time, bro. and the problem is it takes a lot of fucking water.
Yeah.
Like it might take that whole bottle.
Yep.
You watch, man. You watch. You're gonna be like, "Fuck, that's a lot of water."
God damn it! It's not even percolating yet.
I know, dude. It's a lot of fucking water.
It's still not perking.
I told you it was a lot of fucking water, man.
Oh yeah, now it is.
It's
oh, dude, something's wrong.
Oh, you weren't covering the car, were you? You got water in it now. Don't you? Is you covering the carb and it's bubbling?
Well, now it's.
It sounds like a lot, but you also have the thing open. Well, the bowl's not on it, so it's wide open towards the mic, but it sounds like it's got a lot of water in it. Oh, no. Are you blowing into it? Was that you blowing into it?
No. That was me inhaling through it.
Jesus, is water perking up all the way into the bowl area?
Yeah.
Oh, you got too much then.
Yeah, I poured too much, but it wasn't perking at first. It was like airlocked or something.
And when you tip it back, how is it? Because you're going to tip it back to hit it. Pick it up and tip like you're normally going to hit it. You're going to tip it a little back.
It's going to spill out. I got to get water out of it. I poured too much in.
Oh, that's funny, man.
You had me convinced that it was going to take the whole thing, so I was just like,
I thought it would, man.
I was
kept going.
Yeah, I was hitting it, but I didn't have my fucking thumb over the carb. So I was like, it's not perking. It's not perking. It's not perking.
I wish I'd done that on purpose. I'm going to play that trick on somebody. I'm going to see if they'll do it till it pours out into their fucking lab.
Man.
Because I've had it pour out of that hole before, man, when I tip it too far into the sink. That's great.
That's what my dad's friend did to me on my hunting trip.
That's what Dan says. Just drink the water, man. Get yourself a nice drink.
The water.
Right out of the bong. It's in there. Just drink it. It was empty, right? So just drink it.
No.
Why not?
No, because I've seen the water that pours out of here, and it comes out a different color. And I realize that it's a different color because it's been used. But I've been using this vape, and then I poured water into that same path. So that water is going to absorb that thing, the particles and shit. No, I'm not. I ain't down for that. Homie, don't play that.
All right. Do you reuse that bottle right there?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say all you do is cover the carb, and then you can pour it out the top into anything you want. It's like a spout.
Okay. Let's play this. Let's play this game.
Yeah, because the first thing I told you to do worked out so well.
That's not gonna pour very well.
Oh well, then be careful. You should unplug it maybe.
It's.
Oh, good. Okay. You already took the bowl off, so that's good.
Oh, hold up.
This doesn't look like it's going to go well. Oh, this is great, man.
Let me plug my headphones back in so I can hear what you're saying. They got yanked out when.
I'm just amused, man. This is fun watching you.
I got a plant down here. That way, if I spill, it just goes into the fucking Coca-Cola that'll absorb.
There you go. So you did it. You like the level?
No, I didn't do it yet.
Oh, you're about to.
Yeah.
You just pour it into the plant then.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I think the chat's divided on watching you drink it versus pour it out.
There we go. That's a good amount.
There you go.
Yeah, I poured out quite a bit. Yeah, that was a good dipshit moment there.
How did it fucking not like you said? It was like it got stuck somewhere or something. That's weird, man.
No, I didn't have my thumb over the carb hole, Jerry. And then when I finally did put my finger over the carb hole, there was like water up to the carb hole.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that was dude. The first time I got that thing, I didn't know there was a carb hole on it, and I went through a whole bowl trying to hitting that thing. And the crazy fucking thing is, I still got a little bit of vapors, so I actually thought like, I'm not that impressed. And then I just found the carb. I was like, oh fuck, there's a carb on here. And then I was like, oh man, I was floored by it. But I went through like 3 or 4 hits going, meh. I was actually impressed how well it hit with the carb open. That was the funniest part of it, man. You got it plugged in. There you go. All right, man. There you go. That would have been perfect.
That would have sucked. They used to scare the shit out of me, like plugging in things.
Yeah.
Now it's at 3. I got turned down somewhere along the lines. What do you run yours at?
I set it to 11 and I let it stabilize at 10.3.
Okay. Okay.
All right, man. So that's warming up. I guess we can call it a night.
Yeah, man.
Do we say we're going to do for the third time?
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any more water to drink, so I can't hydrate, and it's not healthy to vaporize if you don't hydrate. So I can no longer vape in this show because I poured all my water in the bong. So,
I drank all mine. I need more water.
all right, well, go get some water. Bye, Jerry.
All right, man.
Bye, stream. See you next Friday.
You guys are awesome, man. Thanks for hanging. Dig in the chat.
See you in the 420 Vape Zone Discord.
Yeah, baby. Peace.
Peace.